this Thursday night edition of the NFL. We welcome you to Qualcomm Stadium in San Diego. A battle for first place in the AFC West on the line. The San Diego Chargers and Oakland Raiders. Kansas City's there. Denver only a game back. These teams have met over 100 times. It always means something big. We welcome you, everybody. Brad Nessler, along with Mike Mayock. Partner, it's a quarterback-driven league. You tell me that all the time. I don't think there's been two guys more scrutinized in the last couple of weeks than Carson Palmer and Phillip Rivers. Let's start with Oakland as Carson Palmer makes his second start for the Raiders.
Look, with a clean pocket and vision, this guy can still rip it. I was at their practice last Friday. I was at their game on Sunday. He threw a 40-yard seam route to Marcel Reese that was phenomenal. He followed it up with an 18-yard touch pass to Jacoby Ford for a touchdown. Ness, there aren't several quarterbacks in this league that can make those two throws. The question is, can he do it under pressure?
Phillip Rivers has made 14 throws he wants to forget about. He's got 14 interceptions right now, and he told us, we haven't blinked yet, we just need a win.
They got to win a football game, but it starts with Phillip Rivers. You mentioned the 14 interceptions. It's not just the turnovers, it's the timing. Of his first 5 interceptions, they were all either in the red zone or on the fringe of the red zone. So you end up not only turning the football over, but taking points off the board. If they're going to be relevant, it starts with him.
Norv Turner, a former Raider coach. In his 5th year as a head man of the Chargers, 3 AFC West titles. They've had years when they started quickly and faded. They've had years when they started slowly and came on. Right now they're in a little bit of a lull right in the middle. And in his first season as a Raiders head coach, Hugh Jackson, who was offensive coordinator a year ago, when they came out of the tunnel and the San Diego fans started to boo, Hugh just kind of urged them on. He's not without confidence, we know that. San Diego won the toss and deferred to the second half. Look out for number 12. Jacoby Ford, 3 kickoff returns for touchdowns as a rookie a year ago, and he's got one for 101 yards already this season. So the second half of the National Football League season begins tonight in San Diego. And Novak to kick. And it'll be deep. 7 yards in, Jacoby Ford thinks the better of it and takes it in. So the Raiders will come out to their own 20-yard line. And for Oakland, here's their starting offensive line. Wisniewski playing center tonight. There have been some changes in there due to injuries. Bush at tailback with Darren McFadden out. Marcel Reese, the fullback. There is Moore and Jacoby Ford. Kevin Ross, the tight end.
Yeah, Ness, their starting center, Samson Satelli, went down last week against Denver. They tried him before the game. He couldn't go. So Wisniewski at center, Stefan Heyer at left guard.
First snap of the ball game is a Carson Palmer throw to the outside. It's batted down by Paul Oliver. And as we set the San Diego defense, Paul Oliver's a part of that defense that normally wouldn't be starting as well. Here's the guys up front. The linebackers, Barnes, Phillips is out. Spike's the leader in there, the veteran, along with Butler and LeBoy. And in the back end, Kaysen with Oliver starting at the safety spot with that first play, Eric Weddle, who's tied for the NFL lead in interceptions, and the veteran Quentin Jammer. They fake the end around and go to Michael Bush, and it's going to be a 3rd down and long just to start things off for Oakland. Nice job. 2 good plays defensively by San Diego.
Antonio Gurrea, 1st and 2nd down run stopper. Great story out of Boston College. Kid plays with balance and leverage. Had that devastating knee injury a couple of years ago off a chop block, and just a great story to come back and play at the level he has.
Takeo Spikes asking for noise from the hometown fans as it's 3rd down and long for Carson Palmer and company right off the bat. Palmer deep drop and far side incomplete. Broken up, intended for Denarius Moore, and Paul Oliver's made a couple of plays already.
Oliver, a more athletic version of Steve Gregory, and what the Oakland Raiders are doing, they've got out on the edge. There's the corner Jammer. Over top is the safety. Jammer comes back under, strips it. Good play by Jammer, and Oliver comes in late.
Shane Leckler, one of the best in the business, set to punt. 15-yard line. And now a little trick play, trying to get Gilchrist some room, and he's got it. Gilchrist, Leckler's going to knock him out of bounds, or would have taken it for a touchdown.
How about the Chargers on the first punt of the day, setting up a throwback on a punt return?
60-yard punt. The problem is it came back 40 in the other direction.
And you mentioned his big leg. Sometimes that works against you. Look at the separation. Really good job by Creighton throwing the football back across the field. One hops it to Gilchrist. The rookie second-round pick from Clemson takes off. Like to see him try and make a move back inside, but maximizes the run. Rich Bisaccia, the special teams coach, with a big surprise early.
Great field position for Phillip Rivers and the Chargers at the 40-yard line. Do they take a crack at it here? Rivers rolls and throws and completes it. It's a first down throw that's down to Vincent Brown, the rookie. You talked about it in the pregame show with the guys down on the field. He's got the first catch and the first down.
And Vincent Brown is a rookie. He's going to drag across the field. Play action. Here he comes on the backside. Right there. Rivers can get rid of this earlier as far as I'm concerned, but he's still so wide open. Cameron Wembley underneath. Wide open on bootleg.
First down at the 27 on the Chargers' opening drive. But again, it was the punt return by Gilchrist that set him up in great shape offensively. Here's a toss to Matthews. Matthews has got a seam. Another first down and down the sideline before he's bumped out of bounds.
Jacob Hester, the fullback, Ness. Wait till you see the cut block. It almost looks like a Army or Navy guy. Here he is right here. Watch. Here they come. He's going to throw right at the knees. That cleans out the hole. Look at the gap he's got. Great job taking it back up the field. This is the guy, Ness, I think they need to make some plays in the run game for him. I love Mike Tolbert, but Ryan Matthews, when healthy, can take it to the house.
He's a difference maker. He can get you 50-plus yards receiving and rushing in the same game. And from the 11-yard line, he gets the call. Here keeps his balance and actually gets it inside the 10. Looks like he was going to lose a couple of yards and picks up 2 instead. Offensively for the Chargers as they march down the field. Their opening drive. They come in 6th in the NFL in total offense. Ed Hockley's our referee as we got a flag down. Go against the Chargers, and Hugh Jackson said, let's take them back. Let's not give them the 9-yard
formation offense. Number 82, the tight end, was covered up by another eligible receiver on the line of scrimmage.
That's just an
repeat first down.
Right.
That drives the coach crazy. Corey Sperry covered up by a wide receiver, makes him ineligible in the legal formation.
So it takes it back to the 16-yard line.
And that's what we talk about with these guys. Penalties, interceptions.
Especially in the red zone.
In the red zone, they've imploded all year. One of the things that Phillip Rivers told us in our meeting the other day, points on the board in the red zone.
On first down, they'll toss it to Matthews, and this time they will drag him down for a loss. Nice play by Desmond Bryant. So the Chargers offense loses 5. At one point, they're inside the 10. As you take a look at their front wall in front of Phillip Rivers. With Hardwick at the center spot. The backs and receivers. Ryan Matthews, we've seen a lot of him already. Hester is an excellent fullback and a great receiver out of the backfield. Jackson, the big play man, with Brown, the rookie who's already got a catch, and Antonio Gates, a perennial all-pro at tight end.
Ness, remember this drive, this particular series started at the 11-yard line. They've lost 11 yards now. Can still get a first down at the 1.
Rivers, play action. Goes to the short man, Matthews over the middle, and Matthews inside the 5, and he's down to the 2, and he's close to that first down that Mike was talking about. Stanford route saved a touchdown, but they got 18 yards out of that one.
And I love the decision by Rivers to check that down. A, you protect the field goal, and B, you got a chance to put points on the board if he can break a tackle or 2.
So now they'll come up with 3rd down and 1. A yard
Number
gets them a
62
first and
is
goal.
eligible.
A couple of yards
62
gets them a touchdown.
reports eligible.
That jumbo lineup in the game, 62. That's Dombrowski. He's the 3rd tackle in the game.
And it'll be Tolbert behind Hester, the fullback. But it's play action. Rivers wants the end zone instead to the corner, and there's nobody home.
No problem with that. Throw it in the 10th row. Don't throw your 15th interception. Kick a field goal and go up 3-0.
Rivers tells Norv Turner what he saw. Norv apparently agrees. Rivers shakes his head a little bit because they wasted an opportunity as they started that drive at the 40-yard line after the punt return, and they're going to end up settling for Novak's field goal. He's only missed one. Signed September 13th, a free agent.
Swim.
And he's had an excellent year so far.
Stay man here.
This will be a 20-yard field goal attempt for Novak. So the Chargers on the board first. A little trickery on their punt return got them great field position. They moved it down the field. They settled for 3, and the Chargers out in front. Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And delivered by Papa John's, the official pizza sponsor of the NFL. So a 38-yard drive. Phillip Rivers had to throw one away in the corner on 3rd down. They settled for the Novak field goal. 3-0. Chargers in front. But as Norv Turner and Phillip Rivers told us, we need points when we get in there. At least they got 3. Jacoby Ford didn't have a chance at the last one as Novak knocked it about 7 yards deep in the end zone. But again, if you can keep him from returning it, you've done yourself a favor. This time, Jacoby says yes. Ford will bring it out to the far side, looking for some blockers. Doesn't find any there. Gets away. And now he does it. And the ball's on the ground as well. Ball is out. I don't know if they blew it dead or not. I think either way, the Raiders have got it. So Jacoby did a lot of running, 19 yards, but he didn't get out to the 20-yard line. 10:31 remaining first quarter. Carson Palmer and the Raiders offense will set up shop when we come back. Raiders start at the 13-yard line.
Hey, Mike's over there.
Started at their own 20 on their opening drive, and that was a 3-and-out. Michael Bush. Bush has got a big opening. Weddle's trying to track him down. Bush all the way out across midfield. And even without Darren McFadden, there's the big run the Raiders were hoping for tonight.
But Ness, with Darren McFadden, that's probably 6 with his breakaway speed. Cooper Carlisle, the backside guard, number 66. Watch him pull and get out in front. There's the pull. Nice job right there cutting up inside, and now the acceleration. This is a big back, Michael Bush at 245 pounds. And Ness, huge play. By the way, 3 tackles on the field that time. Heavy run set.
44 yards to the 43. They go right back to him even after that long run. And this time he just plows his way for 5 or 6. Let's check in. 3rd member of our team, Alex Flanagan. Alex?
Sebastian Janikowski, the Raiders' all-time leading scorer back.
Well, we lost Alex in the noise with the mic talking about Janikowski's range definitely changing because of a hamstring problem. We'll get back to Alex when we can. 2nd and 5. Bush puts his head down and gets 2, maybe 3. He's going to be a couple of yards shy of the 1st down.
I think what the Raiders are trying to do right now is reassert power football. They got gashed on the punt return. They gave up a field goal. They've been in heavy personnel this entire drive. An extra tackle in the game, downhill run.
3rd down and 3.
And this is a dangerous down with Carson Palmer in the game.
You saw earlier the Raiders 17th in the league in 3rd down conversions. And they're going to talk it over with 8:47 remaining first quarter.
That's their first.
San Diego in front, Oakland driving.
My name is Sergeant Abel Graciano. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm here with my fellow brothers, and we're part of the 1st Marine Logistics Group aboard Camp Pendleton, California. And we're very excited about tonight's Charger-Raider game. We're all Charger fans here. We all know Chargers are going to win. Go Chargers!
And on the eve of Veterans Day, we salute our troops worldwide and welcome you to Qualcomm Stadium, where it's a big third down for a couple of reasons. As Alex tried to tell you, this is the edge of Sebastian Janikowski's field goal range with a bad leg if they don't pick up this third down and 3. Michael Bush won't get it. And now decision time for Hugh Jackson and his kicker maybe.
And let's talk about Janikowski. I mean, typically 55. You I think did a game earlier this year.
63.
Now the football's on the 34. You add 7, it's 41. Somewhere around a 51 or 52-yard shot. Typically, that's a chip shot for this guy. He's 5 for 6 over 50.
And here comes Leckler to punt. That's exactly what we're talking about.
It's a huge difference. Now, if I'm the Chargers, I'm in punt safe because there's been 4 successful fake kicks this year in the NFL, and Oakland has 2 of them.
And Leckler is their emergency quarterback.
Exactly.
He's got a pretty good arm. 4th down at a yard.
There it is. There it is.
Leckler going deep to the corner to Jacoby Ford. And no interference call. Jacoby Ford is looking for it. He doesn't get it. Quentin Jammer was there.
And that looked like, and you know me, I'm a former defensive back. I don't like interference calls. However, I thought there was some significant contact with the ball in the air.
The officials are having a conversation at the 18-yard line. Here comes Leckler, faked it well, and then aired it out to the corner. Jacoby Ford, and here comes Jammer, and oh man,
that's as obvious as it
The
gets.
rule,
The ball landed
is
in
that on a
bounds.
punting formation, there can be no foul for pass interference against the widest receiver downfield. Therefore, because it was a punt formation, there was no foul on the play.
Well, there you go. And Hockley straightens it
San
out for
Diego's
us
ball,
because it
first
was
down.
a punt formation throw. And Quentin Jammer said, I know all those rules. Baloney. I don't think Quentin knew it.
And this is a forward pass, and the reason the rule's in the book is because technically when you're in press against in a jam against the widest man, you don't know if the ball's been punted or thrown. That's why the rule's in the book.
And so a scoring opportunity goes by the boards. And back come the Chargers. First down at their own 34-yard line, leading by 3. Randy McMichael, the tight end, goes in motion, now sets up in the backfield. Blitz coming straight up the middle. They pick it up. Rivers is just going to throw it away. Orlando McClain came on a blitz. The Chargers picked it up pretty well.
Middle linebacker missed the game last week. Came up through the A gap. Here he is right here. Watch him come over. Almost untouched. Right there. Comes through the A gap. Good job late coming in, McMichael. Sometimes the quarterback has to trust that that guy's going to make the block and hang in the pocket longer.
I'll tell you what, Philip Rivers is happy when McMichael set up on the right-hand side that he pointed back to the backfield and said, give me a little help. He needed it on that play.
And again, you see Philip Rivers being ultra conservative. 14 interceptions, preying on his mind, throwing the football away.
Toss to Matthews. This has worked extremely well so far tonight. This time, Tommy Kelly knocks down Matthews after he picked up 4. And we've got a Charger down.
And I know why he went down, because Aaron Curry, the outside linebacker, lit him up like a Christmas tree.
Marcus McNeil, the left tackle. Curry, one of the many #1 draft choices on the Raiders roster that didn't start out as a #1 draft choice here. We'll check on Marcus McNeil when we return. 3-0 San Diego. The Chargers mountain of a left tackle. Marcus McNeil, 6'7", 336 pounders, still down, Mike.
Yeah, and what happened was Curry, number 51, you're going to watch him come off the edge and take on the pulling right tackle right there, okay? Watch him play with leverage and get under McNeil, who's 6'8". Big hit. McNeil goes down. I think his head hit the ground twice. Watch, he's going to absorb the impact from Curry there, helmet to helmet. That's legal. When he goes down, his helmet snaps against the ground again.
McNeil is 6th year out of Auburn. And so play still delayed here. 7:39 remaining in the first quarter.
And Brad, here's the problem with McNeil out. When Dombrowski comes in, whether he plays on the left side or the right side, you've got two offensive tackles that will struggle with speed. Jeremy Clary struggles with speed. Dombrowski will struggle with speed. And even without Sean Phillips, whether it's Lamar Houston or Jarvis Moss in their base, or whether they start bringing Wembley, Richard Seymour, etc. off the edge, they're going to struggle.
You don't want to struggle with speed with Lamar Houston over there on the other side. So again, Marcus McNeil has been down a long time, and now Aaron Curry is the guy that made the hit on him. You can see is hoping that he's going to be okay. Curry came over in a trade from the Seahawks. And they're going to bring the card out.
The good news is he's sitting up.
$3-0 here on this Thursday night matchup. Next week, we'll go to Denver, where the Broncos will play the New York Jets. Mark Sanchez against, we think, Tim Tebow. We'll have to wait and see. The Broncos only a game behind the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Chargers in the AFC West. And Marcus McNeil up. And he's going to take the long ride to the locker room. So his teammates come over to wish him well. McMichael and Tolbert and Gates and Hardwick and Rivers was the first guy there. And that'll put Dombrowski out there, as Mike said, at the tackle spot.
Hope he's okay. Don't ever like to speculate.
No. So a different Charger front wall in front of number 17, who they want to keep as clean as possible.
And Brad, that's a good point, because what it does with Norv Turner in calling offensive plays now, along with Clarence Shellman, their offensive coordinator, it takes some of your playbook away in certain situations.
Right. You
don't want to expose Phillip Rivers. You've got to get Dombrowski and Clary comfortable here.
Third down at 6. Raiders thinking about coming. McLean on the inside. They show blitz and back out of it. Well, they do come with a delayed blitz, and the pass is incomplete and sent it for Tolbert over the middle. They threw it behind him. Came with some pressure off the corner on a delayed rush to Rivers.
Yeah, Chuck Bresnahan, the defensive coordinator, knew that the left tackle, Dombrowski, would be on Wembley, and he brought Lito Shepherd in right in behind.
Denarius Moore will drop back as the punt returner. Cyphers to kick. Around his own 25. High kick. Moore is going to pin him on it at the 16 and take a shot at it, and he probably wishes he hadn't. Lost a yard. Stuckey down there, the special teams made the stop. 7:06 remaining here in San Diego in the first quarter. Chargers, the home team, in front by a field goal. Thursday Night Football is brought to you by Verizon, the official wireless service provider of the NFL. And by Jeep. Visit Jeep.com to learn more. Let's check in with Alex. We'll check in with Alex after the first snap.
There we go, 5-1.
The Raiders have started at their 20, their 13, and now their 14-yard line. Bush got a couple. And now we check in with Alex Flanagan. Alex.
All right, Brad, we have our mic problems fixed out here. Left tackle Marcus McNeil taken to the locker room with what the Chargers are calling a neck stinger. His return in this game is doubtful. You guys remember he's battled neck issues for years. In fact, the last couple of years, he missed a game against the Chargers because of a neck stinger as well.
Wisniewski's going to have a bad neck after Vaughn Martin just plowed into him. And penalty markers down.
Encroachment, defense number 92, 5-yard penalty for second down.
That'll give the Raiders a little more room to work.
You mentioned field position just a minute ago, Brad, and one of the things that San Diego stressed to us was how they've had to go long field this entire season. They've made mistakes. So far, they're winning the field position battle.
So far, Carson Palmer hasn't loaded up and gone deep. Second down at 2, and he changes things up. Jacoby Ford is out to the bottom of your screen. Bush will try to get him the first down. He might have it. Spikes made the tackle, but it looks like Michael Bush, who had a big run earlier in this quarter of 44 yards, picks up an all-important 2.5.
Couple big bodies smacking Takeo Spikes. Been in this league a long time. Watch him fill. On Bush, steps up quickly. Now you got to drive him backwards. That's a win by the tailback and a first down for 245-pound Bush, pushing the pile.
Bush is one of those guys that very seldom loses yardage when he carries the football, and he got enough for the first down there. Without a huddle, the Raiders, who did this a week ago, give it to Bush again. 3 more for Michael Bush, who's off to a good start here in the first quarter.
Last week in the first half, Michael Bush 11 carries for 73 yards. Here they come in the no huddle again. Hugh Jackson told us they want to be a tempo team, and Carson Palmer coming in this quickly after sitting at home on his couch is amazing to me.
It is.
Hey, 33. Good.
On 2nd and 8, quick drop, pump fake, and now deep ball. Here it comes, and Jacoby Ford has got it. Jacoby Ford down inside the 35-yard line, and he's down. A 41-yard pass play. And I hope he's shaking his head as if to say, no, I only got the wind knocked out of me. Wow. Second-year pro out of Clemson and one of the fastest guys in the NFL.
Yeah, and he had a big game a week ago. 5 catches for 105 yards. He's a speed guy out of Clemson. Cleanly gets off the line of scrimmage, beats the nickelback Dante Hughes. Had that ball been thrown a little bit further, it's probably a touchdown instead of an injury situation.
I'm not sure it's not his left ankle, Mike.
You think?
Right at the end of that play when he made the last cut, trying to keep his balance, it looked like maybe that's what turned. I guess we'll wait and see. Here's the end of the play one more time. Really season-long catch for Jacoby.
And great concentration. Rolls it a little bit there, or
yeah, that's what it is. It's his left ankle. They're helping him off for a far side of the field, and that takes away another weapon.
Hit 5 catches a week ago for 105, and Brad, I think he's one of the exciting young players, not just wide receiver.
And he's a game changer as a return man. So there goes a double weapon maybe for the Raiders if he's not able to return, and it certainly didn't look like it when he helped off the field. TJ Houshmandzadeh has come in as that wide receiver position now. It's first down. Got guys dropping here in the first quarter, starters, and neither of these teams needed any more injury problems.
Hayward Bay down at the bottom of the screen.
Here's Bush on a cutback. Started to the right, worked it back to the left, and he works hard for 5 yards. Niall Diggs made the tackle. So we're down near the 4-minute mark of the first quarter. Again, Raiders go without a huddle.
Michael Bush very effective. Raiders are both a zone scheme, but also some power where they pull some of the linemen also, which is what happened on that big run earlier.
And now Palmer, who's only been in the silver and black for 23 days, changes things up again.
They're a team that wants to put the ball in the end zone from the outside fringe area of the red zone.
2nd and a long 5. Palmer throws far side. It's complete, and it's a first down, and it's Houshmandzadeh. And this is a guy that also Hugh Jackson brought in, Houshmandzadeh. He was receivers coach in Cincinnati when Palmer was there. And, you know, they want the comfort area of Houshmandzadeh with Carson Palmer as well.
Yeah, I think there's a trust not only between the head coach and the quarterback, but the head coach and Houshmandzadeh. And ultimately that translates on the field also between the quarterback and wideout.
So they've worked it down to the 22-yard line after starting at their own 14.
They could take a shot here. They're going to run formation, but they like taking shots from this part of the red zone.
Bush keeps his balance, bangs his way down inside the 15. And And another 8-yard run. Number 29 is hurting some people out there right now.
Yeah, so's the fullback, Manasseh Tonga, who got on the strong safety. Watch Tonga come here and get the shot on 27, Paul Oliver. Little counter, gets up into the hole. Good block by Tonga. Really good pad level and body lean by the big tailback.
The Chargers can't bring him down. I keep doing the same thing. Second down in a yard. They will do the same thing. Straight ahead, and it's a first down near the 10-yard line. This is just power football right here. Remember Darren McFadden, if you're just joining us, not in the lineup again tonight. Jacoby Ford. We've seen enough of the cart tonight. We've seen 2 starters now. Jacoby gives a little bit of a thumbs up, and hopefully he'll be back. But the left ankle, the problem on that 41-yard catch that got them where they are here, just outside the 10-yard line. The stretch play to Bush with a fullback in front of him again, but now we got flags down and a nice open field tackle by Donald Butler. And then a penalty marker down.
Wow. Typically, on the stretch play, you've got to block that 4th guy on the line of scrimmage, a defensive end or outside linebacker.
Illegal use of the hands to the face by the defense, number 94. Half the distance to the goal.
Yeah,
from the end of the run.
He knocked the helmet right off of Stefan Hire.
5 yards from the end of the
in
run.
At left guard, folks, right here, 75. He's the left guard tonight. Legit's hands get up into the face mask and rip the helmet off. Good call. See that in the upper part of the screen? Stefan Hire's helmet ripped off. Now this is where Oakland, you got to finish this with a touchdown, Brad. No field goals.
They put in Taiwan Jones, the rookie, speed back, but they give it to the up man, the fullback, and Marcel Reese has got it inside the 2.
And that's a couple of weeks ago against Kansas City, the first game Carson Palmer played in. They lost 28-0, but the defense only gave up 2 scores, and the blow in the game was in Hugh Jackson's team. 4 shots from the 1.5-yard line, couldn't get it in. All run plays.
Right now they're shaded just inside the 2. Second down and goal.
So they went 4 shots with Michael Bush 2 weeks ago and couldn't get it in. Powell run again.
11th play of the Raider drive. Second and goal just inside the Charger 2. Here comes Bush. Airborne. And in. Touchdown. He got him there, and he got him the touchdown.
Big night so far for Michael Bush. Fullback in the game for a reason. Follows behind, and then the leap into the end zone. Started from about the 3-yard line. That's a big play for the Oakland Raiders.
So they went 86 yards on the drive, and Michael Bush caps it off with his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Now Janikowski in for the point after. An impressive Oakland Raider drive. 41 seconds remaining first quarter, and the Raiders have taken the lead after a long drive and an impressive one by Michael Bush, who carried 8 of the 11 plays in that drive. Janikowski with that bad leg, a short kick, going to hop down to the 8-yard line to Gilchrist, who had a long return on a punt return earlier in the ball game. And now we got a little mix-up going on at the end of the play. Well, here we go. It's AFC West. We played 103 times. Let's mix it up a little bit.
Stuckey and Gilchrist both involved. 4 special teams players.
Tolbert, who took boxing lessons in the offseason, in there just trying some of those uppercuts, see if they work. He's about 100 pounds heavier than Manny Pacquiao, by the way. Tomorrow night, A Football Life is all about Al Davis, underdog, Super Bowl champion, and legend. Al Davis was a true NFL original. Catch A Football Life, Al Davis, tomorrow at 10 o'clock Eastern Time here on the NFL Network. Brad Nessler, Mike Mayock, Alex Flanagan. Now this Thursday night, as we start the second half of the NFL season, the Chargers, who have the early lead, now relinquished it, and Phillip Rivers takes over the 28-yard line, back to throw. In trouble. And just got rid of it out in the flat trying to get it to Ryan Matthews. And boy, that pocket collapsed in a hurry.
Sure did. Right now, Oakland being more physical. They've got 3 defensive tackles over 30 years old, Seymour Kelly and Henderson. Look at him push the pocket. Now Rivers has a chance to check this thing down. I like the fact that he got rid of it though. Pressure from the outside, Trevor Scott. The quarterback's biggest frustration is immediate pressure up the middle, and you could see it on his face right there.
He said, what am I supposed to do? I had a half a second to throw. He's missed his last 4 passes after hitting his first 2. They go back to the ground. And Matthews gets it out to the 31. Henderson, who applied the pressure on Phillip Rivers, also in on the tackle.
You know, we're nearing the end of the first quarter here, Brad, and I think you'd have to say that outside of the special teams play by the Chargers that set up that first field goal, the line of scrimmage has been dominated by the Oakland Raiders.
And the Raiders are going to have the lead as we switch ends. Raiders on the road, battle for first place in the AFC West. And through 15 minutes, Carson Palmer and company and Michael Bush have the better of the Chargers. Oakland head coach Hugh Jackson with his offensive line around him as we get set to start the second quarter. Raiders, by virtue of a great ground game by Michael Bush so far tonight, had the lead. Vincent Jackson trots out to the near side. He's the big play man in the Chargers air attack if Phillip Rivers has enough time to get it to him. 3rd down and 8.
And he's seeing right now cover 1. That means a single high safety, and they're coming out of it too deep to hunt.
Rivers pressure from behind, and down he goes. Cameron Wembley around the corner. And San Diego will have to punt.
We talked about what do you do off the edge right here. What do you do off the edge? Dombrowski trying to slide to it. Not quick enough. I told you he was going to struggle with speed. Wembley with a great dip move gets underneath Dombrowski. That's too easy. San Diego's got to do a better job. And Brad, they might have to use a tight end or a running back to chip a little bit.
So second straight 3 and out. So Cyphers to punt. Hits it a mile in the air. Denarius Moore trying to clear everybody out of the way. And it takes a bounce out of bounds at the 26-yard line. What's been good so far, you ask? Tell you what, Michael Bush out of Louisville, the 245-pound battering ram, has had some long runs. He's had some tough inside runs. And he's got the only touchdown of the ball game as he went airborne for the final 2. 7-0. Heck of a game so far for Michael Bush with 78 yards rushing in a quarter.
13 carries for 78. Ness, I was at their game Sunday. They kind of pulled back from the run game in the second half. He had 11 for 73 at halftime a week ago.
Game sort of dictated that when they got from behind, and then they had
a punt return against them. They didn't have snaps. All of a sudden, they start throwing the football. But I believe they got to stay with the run game and play action, protect Carson Palmer.
You talked in the pregame with the guys down on the field that they've been itching to get Taiwan Jones in there. Well, he's in there and just carried on that last play for 4 yards, and he stays in as a single setback on 2nd down and 6.
Now here's the deal with Taiwan Jones. He's gifted. He flies. He's a special kid, but he doesn't know how to pass protect. He can get a quarterback killed.
They'll let him carry it again. Broke 1 tackle, cuts to the outside. There's some of that quick burst of speed. Pickup of 12.
And that's what we're talking about. He's a change of pace with great explosion. You don't want to throw a pass with him. Watch him just carry the football. Watch the cut. He's quick through the hole. Now explode up the field. Beats the tackle of Niall Diggs, and at the end you just got to make sure you hold on to the football. Weddle's trying to strip it. Holds the ball.
At the 41 now, it's Palmer going deep. Man out there, and he's got it. What a catch by Denarius Moore. Fingertip back of the ball reception, and a big play for the Raiders passing game.
Denarius Moore, 5th-round pick, who's coming on, had 4 catches a week ago for 61. Look at him finish against Jammer. That's one-on-one, no free safety help, and look at the catch. How do you hang on to the nose of the football like that? Beautiful.
The Raiders threatening now at the 13-yard line. Jones sticks his head down and gets 3 to the 10. Travis Lavoie made the tackle, but the Raiders with a lead, and the big play strike on the beautiful throw from Palmer to Denarius Moore.
You can see Al in the back of the helmets. I think Al Davis loved the way, the tempo, the run game, the physicality, and then the vertical game in the pass.
And now you go to the tight end, and he blasts his way down to the 5-yard line. That's Brandon Myers.
You know, Al Davis did all the drafting for this team for years and years, and maybe one of the most special football people I've ever been around. And what he coveted, speed, big, fast, aggressive people. Speed and aggressiveness.
69 reports eligible.
Khalif Barnes has been reported eligible on the right side. Attacking. Michael Bush comes back in at tailback. 3rd down and a couple for a 1st down. And he is not going to get it. Nice job by the Chargers as they stop him short of the 1st down. That'll bring out the field goal unit.
Good job by Vaughn Martin. That's a key play there.
Big play.
Key play.
As after the big strike to Denarius Moore from Carson Palmer, it looked like they were going to set up shop and get 7 out of it. If they hold Janikowski to this field goal, it won't be quite so bad. A 23-yard attempt. 23 straight from 45, and in Janikowski again with a bad leg, but this one he could probably hit with his fist and it should go through.
Which is about what he's going to do.
And it was a knuckleball. It wasn't pretty, but he'll take it.
Painful. It's painful, man. And
no
it's the chip shots.
But the field goal set up by Denarius Moore, the rookie, on a great grab that got him close. Janikowski got him 3. It's 10-3 Oakland. 70-yard drive ended in a field goal for the Raiders. They stretch it to a 10-3 lead, and 46 of it came on that reception by Denarius Moore. Here's the short kickoff again, taken by Marcus Gilchrist. And he gets out across the 25, maybe to the 28-yard line. 10:57 remaining in the half. Carson Palmer, the new leader of the Raiders. Right now he's got his team on the road out in front. Tonight's aerial coverage is being presented by Southwest Airlines. Chargers start the 28-yard line. 3 and outs on their last 2 drives. Philip Rivers trying to get something going offensively. The Bolts tried on the ground. Over got a couple. Kyle Henderson drag him down. Henderson has had a good first half here for the Oakland defense. Philip Rivers, we talked about perennial All-Pro. He's the face of the franchise and the undisputed leader. All the players will tell you that. But the numbers this year are off.
You know, Brad, I've seen him make a lot of throws since about his sophomore year at NC State. And he's a coach's son who understands the game. So to go from a 3-to-1 ratio in touchdown to interceptions to this year, 11 versus 14, is kind of mind-boggling.
He set the throw here and fires out the flat. Tolbert. Nice open field stop though out there by Lito Shepherd after only about a 2-yard gain. Philip Rivers has been so scrutinized in the area media, they've even gone to saying maybe he's not playing well because he just had his 6th child and he's not getting enough sleep at night. So Pete, you're getting blamed for your daddy's problems with interceptions so far, the newest baby to the Rivers family.
He's probably getting plenty of sleep now. It was like 9 or 10 months ago he wasn't getting enough sleep.
3rd down and 4.
Stanford route, bottom of the field with Vincent Jackson.
Gates hasn't thrown to him yet. They look the other way and fire the slant. It's in and out of the hands. Big hit in the secondary put on by Mike Mitchell, but that would have been a 1st down. And another 3 and out.
That's a rookie wide receiver who's got some talent, who's got a hold on the football. He puts it on him. Now hold the football. Michael Mitchell, great hit. I walked out on their practice field on Friday, Brad, and Mitchell gave me the finger to say, "Come here, pal, I need to talk to you." Wasn't happy what I had to say when he was a 2nd-round pick by the Raiders a couple years ago.
I'm glad he said he wanted to talk to you. I don't know which finger he gave you.
Kid was a neat kid, really well-spoken, fun kid.
Here's a kick. Denarius Moore, don't field that, son. The 1-yard line. Well, maybe not. Moore still on his feet, and he'll go down at about the 13-yard line. Rule of thumb, don't field one down inside the 10. He took that baby almost at the goal line. A 65-yard punt, 12-yard return. We'll return in a moment.
number 97 of the kicking team, was illegally downfield before the ball was punted. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat 4th down.
Good, we'll do it again. So we're going to re-kick, re-punt. And Hugh Jackson is saying, Denarius, do me a favor. Don't field a punt at the 1-yard line. But he got a break because of the penalty on the Chargers.
And typically, it's the Oakland Raiders imploding because of penalties.
Yeah.
They're the most penalized team in football and typically are. But that time, Denarius Moore, cardinal sin. I was a punt returner and a very bad one. There's Rich Bisaccia. I'm serious.
You knew enough not to take one at the 1-yard line.
Dude, I had my heels on the 10-yard line. I wasn't even thinking about turning around. I averaged 6 feet 2 inches per return. I fake left, fake right, and fell forward my height.
Cyphers now to kick.
That's a huge break.
This time Moore going to get out of the way. That's not a good choice either. Well, we got lucky.
How do you make those two decisions? Now, I know he's a rookie, but how do you make the decision to catch it on the one and then not field the next one?
A little nervous back there in punt return formation right now for number 17.
I guess the head coach gets in your face, huh?
That's right. Thursday Night Football is brought to you by Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Here we go. And by Golden Corral, help yourself to happiness. Brad Nessler, Mike Mayock, Alex Flanagan, and our NFL Network crew here on this Thursday night edition, where the Chargers at home, where they're 3-1, are trailing 10-3 right now to their arch nemesis from up north.
Raiders, of course, fortunate to have the football in the 20 after Denarius Moore made 2 bad decisions. But that's okay. Take advantage of it now.
2 bads don't make a right, do they? Punt returns? I don't think so. First down for Carson Palmer. Here's been the workhorse of the night, Michael Bush. And he goes 4 yards out to the 24.
Now, so let me take you back to the last play right here. Watch what happens. It's called quarters coverage. When the safety gets held on the tight end, when he gets held there, now the quarterback, Carson Palmer, knows he's got single coverage on the edge. Great throw and catch, plus 46.
Second down at 6. 8.5 remaining in the half. Palmer, the quick throw out to Moore. He secures it, gets a stiff arm out there, gets popped out of bounds, but he's got a first down.
Good job by the quarterback. That's called a smoke. And what happens is the quarterback understands that he's got soft and off. There was a run play called in the huddle, and because Kason was off, he just stood up and threw it out to him.
Picks up the first down at the 31. Carson Palmer has hit his last 5 passes. Going to try for 6 straight. Dumps it off to Bush. Bush makes a shoestring catch and makes something out of that. Picks up 7. Now Butler made the tackle. Bush has had a great first half.
Got to like a veteran quarterback, Brad. He looked down at the bottom. He thought he was going to have Denarius Moore. Good coverage by Kason. So what do? Just check it down. Take 5, 6, 7 yards and come back and play again.
In this case, 7. Second down and 3. Here's Bush. Blasts his way off the right side. Needed 3 and got about 5. And a first down as we check in with Alex.
Hey, Brad, you talk about the veteran leadership that Carson Palmer brings to this team. If you watch him in between series, he has all of his young wide receivers gathered around him there. Told us yesterday that he doesn't necessarily want them to think that they're doing anything wrong, but he needs them to learn his way so that he can help them and they can help him.
That was an interesting conversation talking about that. We have to do it a little bit my way. It's not like we weren't taught the right way, but let's do it my way and we'll all benefit. Dante Hughes, nice play in the backfield.
Yeah, they lost. Little nickel blitz, but to kind of tag what Alex was saying, I was at practice on Friday. My favorite part of the whole practice was when Carson Palmer pulled aside Denarius Moore after the red zone and taught him literally how to get off press coverage and provide separation so he could get the football to him in the corner of the end zone. And that's the value of a guy like Palmer or Bushman-Zada coming in with this young group of wideouts.
Jared.
And of course, that knowing their head coach, having been all together in Cincinnati. Here's a stretch, and Bush takes it out to the 45, the 46 before Paul Oliver. And a penalty marker
Holding.
down.
Offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
It's Carlisle with the holding call, and Mike mentioned this earlier. The Raiders are on pace to be the most penalized team in the league again, as they were a season ago. And right now, through 8 games, they've got more penalties than anybody in the last since 1948. And it's always the Raiders, it seems like, that are leading. They had 84 coming in through 8 games. You have to go back to 1948. The last time a team was penalized that many times through 8 games in the season. And they've tried everything to alleviate that problem. Nothing's worked so far. Here's a draw play that looked a little bit funny, but it's Jones who might get the last laugh. Another flag down. Could negate a decent run by Jones, who might have another holding call or an illegal block.
I thought Darius Haywood-Bay, the wideout, might have been holding.
He's shaking his head, so that means he's the guilty party.
Offense number 85. 10-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Tywan Jones has scary speed outside. Darius Haywood-Bay, and you talk about imploding again in penalties. Watch what happens. Haywood-Bay coming off down the bottom here. You want your wideouts to be aggressive. He's on Kason. It's called a stalk block. Stay up high, but you can't. Once Kason makes the break and you grab Jersey, the ref is going to grab some cloth of his own.
And now, instead of having a ball out at the 43-yard line, they're looking at second down and 28. Jones will get the call. Trying to bounce it outside, but nice play by Dante Hughes to knock him off his pins.
Now, talking about penalties, and Brad, you just said second and 20, whatever, as a result of penalties. And we talked to Hugh Jackson yesterday about it, and I kind of brought up a week ago, Aaron Curry hit Tim Tebow out of bounds on a play that ultimately becomes a turnover because you had him punting, then you give him an automatic first down. Oakland has got to take accountability and responsibility, every player on this team, or it's just going to continue to happen.
And for the first time tonight, the folks at Qualcomm Stadium trying to come to life for their defense on a 3rd and 23. The safe play is a handoff. Jones broke a tackle, got only out to the 40. And so the Raiders will have to punt.
Well, he's getting close to making a break. Tywan Jones.
Just a guy away. Whoa! Quite a left hand by Bushman-Zada there.
Bushman-Zada and Oliver.
That one went unnoticed. Except by us.
Well, you gave the Pacquiao, whatever you did. You made that call a little while ago. You're a fight guy, man.
That was a Manny Pacquiao left hook.
There you go.
Leckler to punt. And Creighton takes it at the 14-yard line. Gets what he can, gets out of bounds. And with 4 minutes remaining in the first half, Oakland maintains the lead. Chargers will have it on offense. Hey, AFC West rivals, take that one with you. The Chargers, who in previous weeks haven't had any problem moving the football, haven't had a first down since 2 minutes into the game. And they've had 3 straight 3-and-outs. They're still only trailing by 7. They would love to get any kind of points here in the last 4 minutes of the half, Mike.
Yeah, quite frankly, they're fortunate to only trail by a touchdown. And remember, that field goal was set up by a trick play on a punt return.
So Rivers and the Chargers from their own 22-yard line. Phillip rolling to throw. Dumps it across the middle, but somebody got a hand on it. Tolbert was open and would have had a first down, but it was tipped en route. Orlando McClain got a hand on it.
Rivers on the edge. McClain gets the tip. Tolbert not able to bring it in.
The Phillip Rivers problems continuing here tonight. 3 out of 9 in the first half.
Not a very aggressive game plan so far. I think Norv is playing this close to the vest with all the injuries. Talk about Malcolm Floyd not being available.
55.
If you look, at this field to see Lito Shepherd, who hasn't played since last year, basically, for Minnesota out there on the edge, and you're not attacking him. I don't understand it.
Tolbert got 4 on the ground, and now they face another third down. As you saw, 3 straight 3-and-outs after that field goal.
3rd and 6.
On their opening drive. Boy, you talk about a dry spell.
But understand something. Oakland's got 3 healthy corners today. Chuck Bresnahan's group doing a great job, but you've got Stanford Routt and Lito Shepherd starting. Remember, Shepherd started a couple games a year ago for Minnesota. Didn't make the cut in training camp. Just got picked up again on October 31st.
They haven't even aimed a pass to Gates or Vincent Jackson yet.
And they're the 2 guys they've got to get the football to.
See if they try here. 3rd down and 6. Rivers steps up in the pocket. He won't get a chance to try to get it out of there. Lamar Houston picks up the sack. 2nd of the night for the Raiders. And it's another 3-and-out for the Chargers.
All it is a 4-man rush. The 2 outside guys are coming here, and then the inside guys with an X stunt. Good pressure both from outside and up the middle, and it's the 2 end guys, Houston and Moss, and Wembley meeting at the quarterback.
Busiest guy in the field has been San Diego's punter, Mike Cyphers. His last punt went 71 yards, but that was a little bit of a snafu by Denarius Moore in letting it go. This time, Moore's going to take it from the 23. Made the first wave miss. Denarius Moore, he makes up for the last couple punt returns with a good one there. Out to the 44-yard line.
Great return. Another explosive Oakland Raider. Remember, fast, big, aggressive. Moore, a 5th-round pick out of Tennessee. Didn't have great production in college. Look at the break. Gets up the field. Drops the shoulder pads.
Gets 22 yards on the punt return to the 44-yard line.
Fits their profile. Speed guys.
Well, they've got a great opportunity here. 2 timeouts plus a 2-minute warning. They start at the 44-yard line. Best starting field position for the Raiders, who have the lead by only 7, but it's been more lopsided than the score would indicate. Screen pass set up to Bush. Guys in front. Bush across midfield, inside the 40 and down to the 33. And the guy who's carried it so well now takes it out of the backfield on a screen pass. 23-yard pickup.
Yeah, big Stephon Hire, who shouldn't even be playing in this game but for the injury to Samson Satelli. They set it up beautifully, and now watch it right there. Good job.
2 minutes.
Nobody anywhere near him. Wisniewski getting the block down the field, and all of a sudden it's a 10-3 ball game Raiders, and they're charging again.
Getting set for the Kia Motors halftime show. Rich Eisen here. Going to be joined by Dion and Mooch and Marshall and Irvin. Going to give away a trip to Hawaii, a trip to the Pro Bowl, giving it away. An exclusive look at Al Davis's football life. Back to you, Brad.
All right, Rich, see you guys in a couple of minutes. Raiders on the drive with a 10-3 lead. Carson Palmer, play fake. Steps up and goes deep down the middle, and it's caught, and it's Moore, and it's a touchdown. Denarius Moore from Carson Palmer, 33 yards, and the Silver and Black's got another score.
Eric Weddle took away the initial post cut. Carson Palmer came off the fake, and he wants the post cut. Watch Palmer. Play action. Now, he wants to throw right now, but Weddle comes over top. When he moves to his left, his receiver, Denarius Moore, does a great job. They want it there. It's not open. What's he do? He continues the route across the field. That's not a rookie move right there. That's a veteran tracking his quarterback.
A 31-second drive has given the Raiders a commanding 2-touchdown lead. And number 17's become Carson Palmer's favorite long ball target tonight. 33 yards for the touchdown. Raiders by 2 touchdowns, 17-3. Pretty good night for the rookie, Denarius Moore, who made a sensational shoestring catch on a long ball from Carson Palmer. That time made the adjustment, and Carson Palmer hooked up for the score. And tonight, Carson Palmer has shown the Carson Palmer of old. There's the throw to Jacoby Ford, who's out with a sprained foot, is having x-rays. Then the long ball to Moore, and what a super catch that was. And finally, Palmer buys himself some time, throws it to number 17 again for the touchdown.
Notice the run game triggers their vertical game. Play action, get the football down the field. Carson Palmer has hardly been hit tonight.
Not only, Mike, the big pass plays, but you said it. Michael Bush has more than twice as many yards from scrimmage as the Chargers as a team have right now. Gilchrist after the 27, maybe the 28-yard line. That's about it. Coming up this Sunday on NFL Game Day morning, Devin Hester is going to talk with Michael Irvin about what makes him possibly the greatest kick returner of all time. Catch NFL Game Day morning, Sunday 9 Eastern, only on the NFL Network.
And you know, Ness, that's an interesting story because I've got a theory, and Jacoby Ford went out of the game earlier tonight. Can you be both a great return guy and a great wide receiver? Not a whole lot of those guys in the history of the league.
Nope, you're right. Phillip Rivers trying to get something going. Snaps it to finally Antonio Gates for a pickup of 9. That's his first catch for the All-Pro tight end, who's been hobbled by injuries.
He got off the line cleanly, and that's the key to him. People say he can't run anymore, but he can play basketball. Post up, get position, throw him the ball.
That's Tolbert for the first down. San Diego's got all its timeouts. That's its first down since that 13-minute mark remaining in the first quarter that we told you about a little bit earlier.
Got to hurry up here. 3 timeouts, but we're down to a minute 10 and rolling.
Any kind of points would be very welcome to San Diego before halftime. A minute to play. Rivers from behind. The pressure comes from Wembley again. That's his second sack coming around that corner.
Told you, as soon as McNeil went out of the game, there was going to be a problem on the left side. Dombrowski on a speed rusher. Look at the dip by Wembley. Wembley, that's what he's known for. The dip, the long step, the extension into the quarterback, and another sack from Phillip Rivers.
Here, Pearl out of Florida State's got 2 tonight now here in the first half. Now it's Tolbert, and you hear some boos as Tolbert bangs his way out across the 40-yard line. Less than a half minute to go.
Timeout.
Now the Chargers.
Timeout San Diego. That's
take
first.
a timeout.
It's a 30-second
We're going to
timeout.
have a 3rd down and about 9.
You know, we talk about what happens when an all-pro type left tackle goes out of the game, and Brandon Dombrowski, 3rd-year player from San Diego State. Now the tight end's there, which widens the defensive end. His kick slide doesn't get him out deep enough, just pure speed. Again, watch the dip by Wembley. Right there, he's going to get under. No, that's the bull rush. My bad, the bull rush. And now, there's the dip underneath the left tackle. All day long, Dombrowski's going to have trouble if he doesn't get some help. And at halftime, they got to get that kid some help.
3rd down and 9 for Rivers. The pressure again. He's going to throw long, known to double coverage, and it's incomplete.
Off his back foot, heavy pressure. Lito Shepherd in coverage. Now, this is a tough position as a quarterback to be in. You're collapsing your pocket. You're throwing off your back foot. Big hit by Richard Seymour in his 11th year out of Georgia.
Phillip Rivers is saying to North Turner, what am I supposed to do? I don't have enough time to get it out of there. Cybers the kick. Fair catch called for. And taken by Denarius Moore. And we've got 11 seconds remaining in the half. Reminder for you, hey, this November, join the NFL's Salute to Service campaign to honor our nation's veterans and active servicemen and women. Learn more at NFL.com/salute. This is the eve of Veterans Day. We welcome all our military troops around the world that might be watching. Thank you for being there for us. And it's the 236th birthday, I think, of the Marines, too. So all my Marine friends out there, happy birthday. 11 seconds remaining. I think we're just going to see a little kneel down by Carson Palmer and be happy to go to the locker room on the road by 2 touchdowns in front.
Dominating efforts, both sides of the line of scrimmage by the Oakland Raiders.
Oh, the fans at Qualcomm are not happy with our hometown team. Kia halftime show is coming up. Rich told you can win a trip to the Pro Bowl. Sneak peek of Al Davis of football life. All that and the guys look at this first half when we come back. Being victorious on the road, they lead 17-3 as we're just about set to start the third quarter. Welcome back to San Diego. Brad Nessler with Mike Mayock. Partner, the perfect remedy for a losing streak for Oakland right now is bash with Michael Bush, 124 yards on the ground for Oakland in the first half, and then set up Carson Palmer to throw the ball around a little bit.
I'm not sure he's been touched yet, let alone sacked. And, you know, when you take a look at what they've done in the vertical pass game, you love to have a veteran quarterback. And watch what happens here, Brad. He wants to throw the ball down at the bottom of the screen. Both corners are in press man. It's not there. Good job by Kason. Now you go back up top to the other side with Weddle leaving the middle of the field. Look how wide open that patch of grass is. Veteran quarterback, A, has time. B, his rookie receiver does a great job. Jacoby Ford coming open, and he puts it on him. That's the play, and I said rookie. Obviously a second-year player. There's the rookie. Denarius Moore. Yeah,
he's been big tonight. In the quarterback comparison, there has been none, basically, because Carson Palmer has been the Carson Palmer we used to see back in the day. 8 out of 10, 169 in that touchdown at Denarius Moore. And Phillip Rivers' struggles continue, and he's been sacked 3 times. So 3 pass plays for the Raiders of 30 yards plus, set up by Michael Bush and the ground game of the Raiders. Chargers came in giving up only 120 yards a game on the ground, and the Raiders had 124 in the first half. Now the good news is San Diego won the toss and deferred to the second half, so they're going to get the football first to start the third quarter, and it will be an all-important opening third quarter drive because their offense has done almost nothing so far.
And if you put yourself in North's shoes, and there's a little pooch again because of the injury. Nice job by Janikowski. Even when he can't kick a football, he gets it in the end zone for no return.
Let's check in with Alex Flanagan. Alex.
Hey, Brad. Well, the San Diego Chargers desperately trying to find some offensive rhythm in the second half here. Norv Turner telling me Marcus McNeil, their left tackle, is out for this game, and telling me at the half what we can all see at home. They need to give Brandon Dombrowski some help. We'll see how they do it, whether they do it maybe with the running game, Mike and Brad, or with a tight end.
They're going to give, they hope, some help to that guy because it's been a major pain from Cameron Wembley coming around the corner. So Chargers, who have not had much of a return game, Janikowski doesn't give them a chance to do anything but start at the 20-yard line here to open the third. Ryan Matthews might have taken a step in the backfield. No flags, though. He picks up the blitz beautifully, but it's incomplete pass.
It seems like every pass play, Phillip Rivers has to escape immediately to his right. Cameron Wembley that time with immediate pressure. Take a look at Matthews with the step up. Good block. Great block by Matthews off the edge. Unfortunately for Rivers, wow, is that a big play on Tyvon Branch. I mean, I love seeing that. The bigger picture, though, unfortunately for the Chargers, is that Wembley came through, beat the block at Gates, and again, Phillip was under pressure.
Brings up second down and 10. Rivers this time throws it and out too far in front of Ryan Matthews, trying to hurry it a little bit again, and not on target. Look at the numbers in the first half. 3 first downs. It took them from 13 minutes remaining in the first quarter until late in that second quarter to get one. And total yardage 65 to 293. Twice the time of possession for the Raiders. And they are dominating right now. It's third down and 10. Not the way San Diego wanted to open up the third quarter. They're 0 for 6 on third downs in the ballgame.
And now they're going to bring some heat. And you got to block.
Rivers over the middle. This is going to be a first down. And they finally got something going. Patrick Creighton made the catch. And we've got another Charger down. And that's the last thing they need on their offensive line. As that's Vasquez, the right guard. Already they lost Marcus McNeil, their left tackle.
Now, they did a good job, Brad, on that particular play. It was only 4 men, and it's going to be a twist stunt like this, and boom. Watch what happens. Dombrowski comes off. Good job. Rivers is protected. Crossing route to Creighton. They pick up an all-important first down, but if Vasquez is down, Brad, it's going to go from bad to unmanageable.
Thursday Night Football is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. Find our fares online only at southwest.com. And by the U.S. Army. There's strong, then there's Army strong. See strength like no other at goarmy.com. Well, right now the Chargers offensive line is running out of bodies.
Scott Murskowski will now come in, and they have 8 linemen up for the game. 2 of them have been carted off.
Right.
So there's 6 able-bodied linemen, but for Phillip Rivers, there's Chris Dielman, who's been the starting left guard, missed the last couple of weeks with a concussion he suffered against the Jets. And Brad, I can't stress how difficult it is to call plays when you're into your 7th and 8th offensive linemen.
And Cameron Wimbley's been coming around the corner like a house of fire in the face of Phillip Rivers. This time Rivers on a quick slant, another first down throw. After Creighton, that's the second time now he's gone to Creighton, and Creighton, you don't want to mix it up now when you get a first down.
And again, here's the challenge for North Turner. You want to get into their secondary because they only have 3 corners up.
Right.
You know, they've got Lito Shepard starting, Stanford Rout, and Chimdi Chekwa. Oakland is hurting in the secondary, but to attack them, you've got to protect your quarterback. And therein lies the puzzle for a play call.
So Rivers, here comes a blitz. They'll try to run by it. Ryan Matthews for 4. Matthews had some nice runs in the opening drive for San Diego that netted them the field goal, but they've been outscored 17-0 since.
And here's a situation where North Turner is manufacturing a drive. They've gotten rid of the ball quickly twice to Creighton over the middle. I think Chuck Bresnahan's done a good job. What did he call it? Who do you red dot, right? We met with him last night. You got to red dot 2 players. Well, the obvious red dots to take out of the game are Vincent Jackson and Antonio Gates. What a great job so far.
Yeah, those dots haven't been very bright so far. Gates has 1 catch. Here's a throwback screen, and all that is blown up by Aaron Curry, the linebacker, a loss of 3.
And what a great pickup for them out of Seattle. And typical of the Raiders, they love former first-round picks. He's playing the will position instead of the Sam, which he was playing earlier. There's the play action. Now watch the job flashing over here. That's a wonderful job. Comes back to him. A little bit of a high tackle, but boy.
Sometimes just a change of scenery makes a new ball player. Curry's played very well tonight. As you said, a former Seahawk, and I stood down at 7. Chargers really need this one. Rivers, the quick throw to Gates, and that's the first down. Antonio Gates has got a bunch more. Gets what he can and gets out of bounds.
Now, if you're Oakland, that's too easy. They brought blitz, but Antonio Gates, one of the red dot guys, gets off the line of scrimmage against Curry. Really good job. Call that a whip route. You start in. That's a mismatch with Curry. As good a linebacker as Curry can be, you got to have a safety on him or that'll happen all night long.
Now they've got it down to the 30-yard line. They haven't been here in a long time. 3 first downs in the entire first half. 3 now. Trailing 17-3. Matthews play fake. Rivers loads in and airs it to the corner of the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Vincent Brown. Now, 30-yard touchdown.
I was about to say, they're on the fringe of the red zone. This is where they'll take a vertical shot. Look at the concentration. That is a typical San Diego Charger vertical shot. 1 versus 2, and somehow 1 wins. That's the rookie 3rd-round pick, Vincent Brown, beating both Giordano and Rout. You know, most quarterbacks are not going to throw this up. Giordano comes over the top, Rout's underneath. Wow.
Rookie receivers for both teams having big nights. First in areas more for the Raiders, and now Vincent Brown for the Chargers. And the big strike at the end of an 80-yard drive. Brown brings it down. It's 17-10. 17-10, 80-yard drive in a little over 3 minutes. Phillip Rivers, 5 out of 7 on that drive, and hit his last 5 passes, including the touchdown throw to Vincent Brown, the rookie. Been a big night for rookie wide receivers so far on both sides. His first career touchdown for Vincent Brown. The kick 2 yards deep. Taiwan Jones in there with Jacoby with an injury, and he got upended big time after an 18-yard return. Phillip Rivers was struggling, and then he went to Creighton on a couple of crossing routes with the pocket collapsing. Very similar plays. That got him going, and then on a ball you say maybe after Gates picked up 21, maybe don't throw this, but what the heck, throw it.
That's what the Chargers do. It's 1-on-2. Vincent Brown, great effort coming up against Rout and Giordano.
So that drive alone for Phillip Rivers, better than the entire game to this point. Sixth straight time tonight the Raiders will start from their 20 or worse, this time from the 15, but they do get it out to the 21 with Michael Bush. And Bush has been huge tonight. With Darren McFadden out, he would have played a lot even if McFadden hadn't been here, but he's had a huge night.
It's like a mash unit tonight for both teams.
Yes.
We got the note during our break that Marcus Gilchrist, the corner,
69 is eligible. 69 is eligible.
Both teams are way down on the corners. If you can get into their secondaries, you got a chance to make plays.
The extra lineman in for the Raiders on second down and 4. Chargers shuffling around defensively. Palmer falls down. Might have gotten stepped on by his center. And a penalty marker to boot. Carson tripped and just did the best thing he could, is cover the football.
I like what he did, not trying to flip it up or hand it off. The play was dead. Just protect the football.
Illegal formation offense. Number 69 was covered by an eligible receiver. It's a 5-yard penalty. Repeat second down.
Wisniewski, the center, I'm pretty sure.
Correction. The penalty is declined.
Right foot
It's
on the
third
right
down.
foot, but I love the fact that he doesn't try to give it to him. Watch him pull it back in there. Don't compound a bad mistake.
So it's back at the 15-yard line after Palmer takes the loss. And a decline penalty. Third down and 10. Big play time for the Chargers defense. Palmer throws it. Bush on the run with blockers in front, and I mean a convoy. Michael Bush at midfield. All the way down inside the 30-yard line. The ball comes out at the end, but it's covered by the Raiders, and I think it was blown dead anyway. So the guy that's been running it so well all night takes it 55 yards.
What a great call for this play. Watch what happens. Stop it right there. One safety's up here. The other safety rotating to deep middle. Look at all this area backside. Great job blocking down the field. They get Weddle. That's Wisniewski 30 yards down the field getting a block on Weddle. Again, with Darren McFadden carrying that football, nothing against Michael Bush. That's a touchdown.
First down at the 29. And that's Jones hitting the backfield, but he spins out to pick up 2 or 3. Antoine Barnes made the tackle. So big plays tonight by the Raiders. That's their 4th play now in the passing game of 30 yards or more. The last one was 55 on that screen pass.
And if you're scoring at home, mark that one. It's 3rd and 10. You've got all the momentum after a big touchdown. You got a chance to pin them and force a punt, and the screen goes for big yardage. Mark that play, folks.
Just over 9 minutes remaining in the 3rd. Raiders by a touchdown and on the drive again. Palmer, quick drop, and he's going to go to the corner. Moore's got another one. Touchdown, Oakland. We're watching the birth of a young wide receiver who's getting better on every snap right now.
He wins off the line of scrimmage against press man defense. Quentin Jammer's been in the league 10 years working against a rookie from Tennessee. Press man, watch the quickness off the line, and now the separation. Good job using his left hand to keep Jammer off of him. Perfect throw, drop it in the bucket by Carson Palmer. And whenever you get one-on-one on the edge with speed and a veteran quarterback, you got a chance to win.
Sebastian Janikowski, bad leg and all for the extra point. The Raiders answer after the San Diego Chargers cut it to 7. Palmer to the rookie Moore. A 26-yard touchdown pass, and it's 24-10. Flash and dash. Denarius Moore, a couple of touchdown catches. And Michael Bush has done the workhorse job, both as a receiver and a runner tonight. 24-10. Curtis Brinkley on the kick return. And Brinkley weaving his way and got out near the 40-yard line. Nice return. After that last touchdown, Norv Turner talking things over with Quentin Jammer.
I mean, there's not much you can say. He's a veteran. He got beat off the line. The rookie's faster than him. Jammer may have lost a step over the last couple of years, and Oakland made him pay for it. Great route by the rookie, and the throw and the protection all works.
Hugh Jackson talking to Carson Palmer while Philip Rivers takes his offense over at the 30-yard line. Play action. Rivers fires over the middle, and that shot Vincent Jackson, the intended receiver. Jackson is still doesn't have a grab tonight.
The red dotting for sure. Now, is this a throw that Philip Rivers typically makes? Heavy play action off Matthews. Pass protection holds up pretty well. Now, as you see the crossing route develops, does Philip Rivers usually make that throw? Stanford route undercuts it. It looks like there was a small window, but a window he usually hits.
Yes.
Window on this game is getting shorter and smaller as they trail by 14 here with 8:45 remaining in the third quarter. Rivers steps up, now pulls it down. He's going to take an ugly slide. It wasn't really a slide, was it?
He looked like he didn't know how to do that. Philip doesn't like to run.
Well, last week, Oakland got gashed by Tim Tebow and Willis McGahee. And Tim Tebow on that zone read had a big game running the football. McGahee did too. And we said to the Raiders, I don't think you have to worry about Philip Rivers running tonight, but he had to run there.
The Jets might have to worry next Thursday night, but certainly not Oakland tonight.
We'll talk about that one next Thursday night with you from Denver. 3rd and 6. Might be a blitz coming from the secondary. Now there's motion all over the place. And it's going to be 3rd down and longer.
Neutral zone infraction.
Yeah,
no, it's
defense number 92.
Seymour's motion caused the lineman to move. He was in the neutral zone. Watch Richard Seymour jump, and when he does, both linemen go. Once he's in the neutral zone and they move, that's a good job by the offensive lineman. They're actually coached to do that. I'm not sure in that situation they did, but they're coached to do that.
Well, that makes this more manageable for sure. 3rd down and a long one.
There's one here. Lock in.
Rivers in a shotgun sees a possible pressure coming from the other side, and here they do come, and he throws short the other way to Tolbert, and he's got a 1st down. Nice job by Philip Rivers going away from where the pressure was going to be applied.
Yeah, and Curry can't get to Tolbert. That's asking too much from where he's lined up. Really good job by everybody, because Curry's at least 2 to 3 yards lined up inside of him. Now here he is right here. How can you cover that? You can't. Good job by Rivers recognizing it immediately and get rid of the football quickly.
Phil, go to 51. 51, Brandon.
Chargers trying to answer here. A long touchdown by the Raiders. Rivers zips it down the middle. Maybe his best throw of the night to Vincent Brown, the rookie. Pick up the 20. And that was more like the Philip Rivers that we have come to appreciate over the years.
Great throw. Trying to put Curry in a predicament by splitting Matthews out wide.
Remember, the Chargers are down a couple of offensive linemen. Vasquez, we're told, will not return. Normal starting right guard. And they're doing it with a patchwork offensive line. They've held up on this drive. Tolbert puts his head in there, gets inside the 30 to the 29. Scott's first guy to meet him.
And this is where you have to be patient on offense. Two linemen down, you had a real nice job last time driving the ball, scoring. Your defense gave up a quick touchdown.
Yep.
And now the offense with a long, sustained drive. If North Turner can get points on the board, we got plenty of time to have a football.
Got 6 minutes in the third. 2 touchdown advantage for the Raiders. Rivers and the Chargers trying to change it here at the 28-yard line. 2nd and 8. Rivers throws out the toe to the safety valve, but he's got Branch all over it. And it's going to bring up 3rd down and long. And again, there was heat on Phillip Rivers that time. He had to just dump it out there as quickly as he could.
Yeah, no time there. They got to start trying to find Gates. They've got to find Vincent Jackson. I like what they're doing now, though. They're spreading the field almost every snap. Either one back or empty. Forcing Oakland, which has had trouble all year in their sub packages, stopping the run.
3rd down and 7. Rivers has time, throws it over the middle, but again, Gates, the intended receiver. Again, there was heat coming from Wembley.
Yeah, and this time what happens is Tyrone Green whips. Wembley comes inside, and Rivers doesn't have a chance to set his feet and get the ball out. It's there. Left guard, Tyrone Green. Watch what happens. Hard twist move inside. Can't get back. No feet to get it done. Rivers doesn't finish his throw. I'd love to see Phillip Rivers finish that throw because Gates is there. Gates has run that route 1,000 times. And Phillip Rivers has hit him 1,000 times.
Nick Novak comes in to try a 46-yard field goal to get something out of his drive for the Chargers. And the kick on the way, and it's no good. He missed it to the right. And they come up empty. Had things working on that drive.
To the spot of the kick.
Now the field position.
That's only the 2nd missed field goal of the year by Nick Novak. But it was a big one. And this comes right back to Moore again for a 2nd scoring toss of the night. He missed his first 2 passes. He's had 10 straight, Mike, since. And Bush, 2 or 3. Donald Butler made the tackle.
And Brad, nobody's, we heard that soundbite, which is kind of interesting, coming from the head coach saying that it's a great trade. I think Michael Brown from the Bengals will think it's a great trade because they get a 1st-round pick and maybe another 1st-rounder next year.
Right.
And make no mistake about it, Hugh Jackson and Carson Palmer are tied together at the hip. If this trade works out, it's great for Hugh Jackson and the Oakland Raiders organization. What I would tell you, if it was Bowler or Pryor, there'd be no hope. And that's now there's hope.
That's what Hugh Jackson told us. And, of course, there's a long relationship between those two. And it goes all the way back to USC when Hugh was the offensive coordinator. And when he recruited Carson Palmer, he told him in high school, listen, you're going to be a Heisman Trophy winner and a #1 draft choice. Both came true. And then when he was receivers coach with the Bengals and now head coach of the Raiders, made the trade that Mike just talked about. And he said not only that, but he knows what I'm trying to accomplish. And not only can he come in here with those young guys and become an instant leader, he gets it, and he gets what I'm trying to do. And that makes it that much easier for quarterback, coach, and the rest of the crew. And they're getting it done tonight. Palmer, pump fakes one way, throws across the middle, and he made something out of nothing there, getting it to Brandon Myers, the tight end.
The only question I have, Brad, on that story you just told about when he recruited him was how many other high school quarterbacks did he tell the same thing to?
He said, you probably told Matt Leinart that. Well, he was right there, too. And you probably would have told Sanchez that. You would have told John David Booty that. You would have told anybody that.
Are you kidding me? Son, you're going to be a Heisman Trophy pick and the 1st pick of the NFL draft if you come with me.
Well,
I'm telling everybody that.
It did come true, at least, for number 3. Bush backpedals his way for about 5 more. Alex.
Brad, Hugh Jackson kept using the word with us, hope. Carson Palmer brings his team hope. He said you need somebody to rally around. Of course, they lost Jason Campbell. He said normally it's the quarterback who carries the team. And he talked about the reaction that his wide receivers, his other teammates, Carson Palmer's other teammates have when they watch and see some of the throws that this guy can make.
He's made some beauties tonight, Alex, no doubt. A second down and 5. Bush is over 100 yards on the ground now with that last carry. And he's got it back in Charger territory. They fake it to him. Palmer pressure from behind. The ball is out. Was it a throw or a fumble? Scramble for it. Chargers are on top of it. Now it's just a question of whether or not his arm was going forward or if it was a fumble. And the challenge flag's about ready to fly.
No question, that's a fumble. Gets it before the whole ball, before the arm comes forward, empty hand. All that adds up to San Diego Chargers football, 24-10 Raiders.
By Chevrolet and their award-winning cars, trucks, and crossovers. First turnover of the night for the Raiders, and with Sean Phillips having been out, usually applying pressure for San Diego, Mike, it's given Antoine Barnes an opportunity the last couple weeks to make plays, and he just made another one.
Yeah, the key here, though, is Vaughn Martin getting immediate inside pressure, forcing the flush. When that happens, watch the speed of Barnes from the opposite side. Martin gets immediate inside pressure. There's the flush. Palmer never feels Barnes from behind, who's a 4.5 40 guy out of FIU. And the strip, to me, no question. Really good job. Gets the wrist. Ball comes loose. That's got to be Charger football.
Well, you saw the challenge flag come out from Hugh Jackson immediately, but that one looks like a fumble and a nice follow-through on Carson's part. And he's trying to, I think he's trying to convince himself that he made the right challenge. Call on the field was fumble. And Ed Hockley is going to give us the call.
The ball came loose before the passer's hand started forward. Therefore, it was a fumble. The ruling in the field stands as called. Oakland is charged with their first timeout.
So the Raiders lose a timeout. The call stands, and the Chargers will be on offense in good field position. Don't forget, tomorrow night, A Football Life is all about Al Davis, underdog, Super Bowl champion, and legend. Al Davis was a true NFL original. Catch A Football Life. Al Davis tomorrow at 10 Eastern here on NFL Network. The late owner of the Raiders, who passed away October 8th, and Hugh Jackson said his passing left a huge hole in the organization. He'd be proud of the way they're playing tonight, up 2 touchdowns. Rivers dumps it off to Matthews. Ryan Matthews out of the backfield is going to get 6.
Talk about Al Davis, and he's one of the most fascinating people in football history to me. How many people were an assistant coach, a head coach, the commissioner of the AFL prior to the merger, during the merger, personnel director? He's been the heartbeat of this franchise. About 5 years ago, he called me up and asked me to come interview for a job with him. And it was 8 hours in a conference room with Al Davis. It was the most fascinating 8 hours I could ever tell you about.
I can't imagine. 2nd and 5, and a quick opening draw. Ryan Matthews going to try to cut it outside. And did well to do so. Picked up a first down. That's why he's the #1 pick of the Chargers. Showing some of that flash. He's been banged up a little bit. He practiced for the most part full speed this week. And that's the niftiest run of the night for him, a pickup at 13.
Yeah, I thought Wembley here had the angle on him, but he outran the angle, and that's what this kid can do when healthy. The knock on him is he's not healthy all the time.
Another Charger offensive lineman making his way to the sideline. You're going to be out there playing pretty soon. You're not big enough.
Dude, I couldn't play 30 years ago. I got no shot now.
The 33-yard line.
Rookie 6th-round pick out of Michigan, Stephen Schilling now in the game, and he's their last healthy lineman.
1st and 10, and the shotgun is Rivers. Trying to take advantage of the Carson Palmer fumble. Phillip goes down the middle, incomplete, intended for Creighton. And Tyvon Branch made the play defensively.
Catch the football. Here comes Murchkowski back in. I'm guessing Schilling exhaling with relief.
He got a snap in there anyway. A minute left in the 3rd quarter. San Diego 200 yards of total offense. They would like to get 33 more and a touchdown to close the gap here before we head to the 4th.
They need to take advantage of that turnover.
Yep. Rivers pump fakes, and now he goes long to the corner of the end zone. And is it caught by Brown again? Yes! Touchdown, San Diego. Wow! 33 yards the second time that rookie wide receiver scored tonight.
Double move, Vincent Brown elevating up in the air, ripping it away from the veteran Lito Shepherd. Does he have full possession? He's in bounds, folks. The question is, look, when that hip goes down, he's in bounds. The question is, does he have full possession? It certainly looked to me like he does. I haven't seen anything yet. I can't tell there. He could have lost
the pass was complete for a touchdown.
Remember, every scoring play in the league is reviewed. Here's a good angle right here.
Tucks it.
He's cradling it
to his stomach, and it stays there. It didn't touch the ground.
And as long as he didn't touch the ground, though, while he was sliding, because he didn't have full possession. Remember, you've got to have full possession throughout the catch when you hit throughout the contact of the ground. So as he slides, Brad, does he have possession, or does he slide out of bounds? How about Vincent Brown?
Rookie played right here in San Diego at San Diego State.
Watch the double move on Lito Shepherd. Remember, Lito's a 10-year veteran. Bang, out and up. Now it's a jump ball. He won the last one. He wins this one. Is there any video evidence that can overturn the call on the field, which is a catch?
I didn't see any.
You on the record there, partner?
I'm on the record, but I'm not Tom Sifferman, the replay official.
Huge night.
Denarius Moore, 2 touchdowns for the rookie for the Raiders. And here was the first one for Vincent Brown tonight on the other side, as he had a jump ball against 2 defenders to come down with it. And now we think he, like Denarius Moore, has got his second on that last play.
Now again, full control and possession through the ground. It looked like the shoulder pad might have just gone out of bounds there at the end, but so far I can't put any movement of the football together with him being out of bounds. You can see how he kind of controls it against his body all the way through there.
I don't think you can do it much better than that, but we wait on the official review. Tom Sifferman is our replay official, and Ed Hockley is having a look at it.
You know what, Neff? He might become a red dot player pretty soon.
You know, kidding. I think so.
I'm putting a red dot on Vincent Brown right now. He's having a bigger night than Vincent Jackson or Gates. He's totally in bounds until right there when he rolls out. I think that's touchdown, man.
Well, while they review it, we'll remind you, you can stay in the game all season long with the NFL's new selection of mobile apps. Get unparalleled access to stats, fantasy news, video, and more. Go to NFL.com/mobile today.
The pass was incomplete. The ball, before the pass was completed, the ball was being touched by the defender who was out of bounds. Therefore, the loose ball before the completion was touching a player who was out of bounds. Therefore, by rule, that's an incomplete pass.
Wow.
No timeouts are charged.
And the ball being moved when he doesn't have, remember, full control and possession through the catch, because Shepherd is touching it end out of bounds. They're all out of bounds.
Well, I didn't even think of that part, talking about Shepherd, and you can see his feet or his left foot go out of bounds.
We've had a couple funky calls tonight. The one on the fake punt with no pass interference.
Right.
And now this one. Remember, the ball has to be touching Lito Shepherd.
I can't tell there. I guess his left hand is on it, but and we'll see it here.
He's all over it here.
But it's still slipping out. It might be on his bicep, I guess. I don't know.
Can't see it there. Well, that's a tough one. This is the one we ought to be able to see. It's touching his shoulder pad, and he's out of bounds. That's right there, and the ball's still rolling around.
And with
that's
all of that
right there.
They still have a shot. It's 3rd down and 10. But take away the touchdown, or the would-be touchdown.
55 even.
Rivers can regather the Charger offense here on an important 3rd down and 10. And he just barely got rid of the ball, but he got it complete to Creighton. Boy, I tell you, Philip is going to have a nightmare about Cameron Wembley tonight. He just got tattooed again, and he's down on a knee right now.
He's a tough guy. He's a resilient guy. Immediate pressure again. Wembley on Dombrowski. Kick slides out. There's that dip move again. He completely missed him. And the one thing I've seen from Cameron Wembley since he was a sophomore at Florida State, the thing he does best, and there's helmet to helmet if you want to call it something, but because
it's 4th down and a yard. Chargers going for it here.
Timeout, San Diego.
Now they're going to take a timeout to think about it.
It's a 30-second
28
timeout.
seconds remaining, 3rd quarter. A big 4th down when we come back. The Chargers on the year 0 for 4 on 4th down conversions. Norm Turner wanted to talk things over on the sideline on what is a 4th and 1. He maybe wanted to give Philip Rivers 30 seconds to shake the cobwebs because he got hit right under the chin by that guy.
Wembley's had a big day, and that dip move has been part of his arsenal since Florida State.
4th and 1.
He's bringing McMichael in for protection.
On 4th down, the throw's complete to Tobin. He's got the first down. He's got more. Down the sideline, spinning to a 1st and goal. So that was a well-placed timeout and a 17-yard pickup to Tobin.
See what he did? Veteran quarterback. He brought his tight end in and brought him here. Why? Because he's going to block him. They're not going to let Wembley beat Dombrowski. And then a great job throwing it away. Tolbert, who, by the way, one of the most underrated football players in this league. Great special teams player. Better feet than a big guy like that should have. Really a valuable guy on your team.
1st and goal for the Chargers. Play action. Rivers rolls, throws. He's got Hester, the fullback, for the touchdown. Jacob Hester, 7-yard touchdown catch. Chargers are right back in the thick of it.
There's a competitor, Philip Rivers.
The quarter will be over after the extra point. So Philip Rivers to Jacob Hester. First touchdown receiving for Hester this year. 24-17 at the end of 3. So Rivers is not done yet, nor are the Chargers. They fight their way back into the football game against the Raiders, and it's a 1-touchdown game going to the 4th. Some confusion on the Raiders defensively, Mike.
Yep, Giordano's trying to call timeout. Why? Because Stanford Routt is late getting on the field. So they had 10 guys on the field. 3 guys attack Vincent Jackson late. Jacob Hester comes underneath. Way too easy. Giordano upset because he wanted the timeout. But Brad, obviously, you can call all you want, but until it's accepted, time is in.
The Raiders now with their lead cut to a touchdown to start the 4th quarter. Brad Nessler, Mike Mayock, Alex Flanagan, our NFL Network crew here at Qualcomm Stadium, San Diego. As the second half of the NFL season in Week 10 is underway, our first game on Thursday night. We've got some good ones upcoming, and we've got a good 4th quarter upcoming as well. Carson Palmer, 256 and a couple of touchdowns. Missed his first 2 throws and hasn't missed since. Michael Bush over 100 yards. And Denarius Moore, the rookie receiver, over 100 and 2 touchdowns. Now can the Chargers come up with a stop here to start the 4th quarter? All 3 wideouts to the right, but they'll keep it on the ground at Bush. Only about a yard. And a nice job by Niall Diggs, the inside linebacker.
Just showed the graphic there of Carson Palmer attempts, completions, and yardage. He's almost 20 yards per attempt, which is unheard of.
Sure is.
That's twice as much than a great number.
One of those was buoyed a little bit by a 55-yard screen pass, but nonetheless, we've seen the Carson Palmer with a zip on the ball of years past.
Hey, he's been untouched. The run game's been excellent, but give San Diego credit for hanging in here.
Hanging in and only down by 7. Palmer fires near side, and it is caught. And it's a first down. And it's Denarius Moore. This guy just keeps tacking on to his numbers.
We need to talk about him a little bit. Watch him work on Kason, and he's going to drive him up the field and then work back. Kason's worried about the deep route. He works back, makes the catch, and people have asked me a bunch of times this year,
why a 5th-round pick?
why? That's the obvious question. The answer is his productivity at Tennessee was average, his special teams production was average, and he had an off-the-field incident prior to his senior year. However, Michael Bush pushing the file. He also had several different offensive coordinators, several different quarterbacks, and he's one of those guys that when you get him in a pair of gym shorts and run him, he's pretty darn good, but the cross-check on production wasn't there.
Had different head coaches, too.
Yep.
2nd down and 6 as Bush got 4, and now the push inside. Cam Thomas. Penalty markers down.
I didn't see any movement. I thought he just
Encroachment defense, number 76. 5-yard penalty.
When you're a backup nose, it's not a good idea to jump off sides and only a few snaps you're going to get.
When
the football
you're just
right
watching
in
the football
front of you.
You could eat it if you were any closer. And now it gives them short yardage, too.
Like, man, look who's back in there, Antonio Garay.
And now on a 2nd down, it's an easy 1st down for Bush. Backpedals his way for 3 and a 1st down. Garay, the guy that was out for a snap, comes in to make the tackle, but not before Michael Bush again. Any way he can get there. Forward, backwards, sideways, doesn't matter to him. He's having a huge game.
23 carries. And I think if you're Hugh Jackson right now, what you want to do is try and put the football game in his hands.
Got 110 yards. Palmer's going to throw a screen. Oh, batted in the air. Almost picked off by Antoine Barnes.
Barnes having a real good game. Sean Phillips, as you mentioned earlier, Ness, has been out several weeks.
Right. Garay, who went out for 1 play when Cam Thomas ended up with a penalty.
Barnes working on Belt here. If you can't get there, you elevate. Good job keeping your eye on the quarterback.
Get any pizza for just $10 only at your Pizza Hut. And by Courtyard, it's a new stay.
I just want to say thank you to all the men and women in the armed services, my family, myself. Truly appreciate what you do and what you sacrifice for our country, and I'm proud to be an American because of the people that protect our country and keep our rights.
Well said, Carson Palmer, and we salute our troops too on this eve of Veterans Day. Pickup of 8. Carson Palmer's working on a perfect night if you go by passer rating. I mean, missed a couple early, and then hit 12 in a row before missing his last one, but he just completed another. And it brings up 3rd down and 2.
Spread the field. To spread the defense. Single high safety. You can run or pass out of this set now with spread field.
They will run. Bush. 1st down. A lot more. Bush inside the 30. Wraps his arms around the football and gets down to the 17-yard line.
Great job on the right side. It's just zone blocking. Coming downhill in a critical 1st down situation. Just watch him scoot to the right. Good job. Backside seal by Stephon Hire. And Oakland's in business.
Look at Carson Palmer. Hit as he throws it. It's intercepted. Chargers have got it. Paul Oliver with the interception. Palmer was hit at the last instant by Travis LeBoy, and the ball fluttered. And the Chargers with the interception.
If LeBoy doesn't get here, this is a touchdown. Palmer never sees him.
After the interception and after the ball was dead, personal foul, unnecessary roughness by San Diego, number 97. That's enforced half the distance to the goal. It's San Diego's ball, 1st down.
Bird with the personal foul. Nonetheless, the ball is back in the Chargers' hands because of that hit on the quarterback and that interception on the other end. Mike LeBoy with a man play right there.
Yeah, and I thought they had something right here in the corner of the end zone. Lewis Murphy got behind the corner. The safety couldn't have gotten over the top, but watch what happens with LeBoy. He wins against the running back Bush. Palmer doesn't feel it. The ball pops up in the air. Paul Oliver takes a chance, and another big turnover for San Diego.
The first red zone takeaway for the Chargers in the last 29 quarters. And flags are down on the opening snap, and Matthews still bouncing out. And look out, he's hit. Might be a safety, but we got penalty markers down as well.
It's a horrible decision by Ryan Matthews. A great hit by Branch, but I think it's going to be a 5-yard penalty against the Oakland Raiders.
Offside, defense, number 93.
And that's what a good quarterback does, backed up against their own end zone. Try and get them to jump to get a free 5 yards. Fascinating play. Phillip Rivers with the hard count. There it is, in the neutral zone. Both defensive tackles. Now, Ryan Matthews, how about some situational awareness? Great athletic ability, but don't ever go there. Are you kidding me? That's a great hit by Tyvon Branch. But again, Phillip Rivers gets him to jump.
You're a middle dog.
They're out to the 11-yard line. Chargers a touchdown back with 11 to go. Rivers snaps one off to Tolbert. Tolbert puts his head down and takes Raiders with him for a first down. Pickup of 7 and Windley on the tackle.
He's one of my favorite players, Tolbert. There isn't a soft place anywhere on his body to hit him. 5'9", 243. Brad, he's a load. And when I say that, I mean that nicely. Right?
Well, he's a guy that, with Darren Sproles now in New Orleans saying he's got to do a lot of different things. And he's doing them very well. First down at the 17. We'll flush out the backfield. And Rivers all alone in the backfield. Here comes a blitz up the middle. Phillip buying himself some time. Throws intended for Tolbert was incomplete. Trevor Scott was covering. Oh boy. Has there been one offensive lineman for the Chargers who hasn't been slow to get up tonight?
Nick Hardwick.
Thank you.
The only one I have. I don't know if that was
He's a center. Well, no. You answered my question. I asked you why the kid was a 5th-round draft pick. You told me that. I asked you a question, and you tell me that Hardwick's been in there all night.
There's showing. Another snap. I'm telling you, both teams are running on fumes. Short week, ton of injuries. I give both clubs a ton of credit for hanging in and playing a tough physical football game.
Chargers' 3rd game in 11 days, in fact. Rivers throws into some traffic, incomplete, intended for Vincent Jackson. Flag down.
They're going to get routed.
Holding, defense number 26. That's a 5-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Pass interference.
Route on Jackson. Hesitation route, little whip on back, and that left arm draped around the back will always get the call. Always.
Bill, you're good. Flex, set. What you got? Cross here.
First down Chargers at the 22 at the 10-minute mark. Blitz again coming. Rivers steps up, goes deep down the left sideline. Jackson had a hand on it, but couldn't bring it in. Stanford Rod, who was just called for the holding on the other side, made the play.
And they're getting after him now. Getting after him vertically. And one of the great reasons they can, Dombrowski, a couple plays in a row. Done a nice job. This time on a kid from, believe it or not, Harvard. Desmond Bryant, a defensive tackle who's played some defensive end. And then at the far end of the play route, just getting his hand in between Vincent Jackson.
Jackson, who had 3 touchdown catches in the loss to Green Bay, is 0 for the night.
They red dotted him.
Dots getting bigger all the time. Rivers. Incomplete.
Right?
Andy McMichael probably should have had it. Looks like there's some confusion between quarterback and receiver there.
A little bunch route and on the whip, which means he comes in and works back out wide open. He's got to catch that football.
And here's the biggest 3rd down of the night so far, especially for the Chargers, with under 10 minutes to go.
Creighton comes in, which means they're Going to go now to their 11 personnel grouping. That means one back, one tight end. Here's your tight end Gates and 3 wide receivers in the game.
3rd and 10. Rivers fires, and it should have been intercepted by Lito Shepherd. There was nobody there except Shepherd.
Phillip Rivers is apoplectic right now. He jumped all over Vincent Brown, but look at that. I love the fact that he loves him up afterwards. There's a disconnect. The quarterback's going to throw one route. The receiver down at the bottom is going to run another. Watch what happens. He runs an out. Rivers throws the curl. The ball should have been intercepted by Lito Shepherd, who gets hit between the 2 and the 1.
And the 2 hands.
Come on, man.
Cyphers to punt. Flags are down. Denarius Moore will take it at the 17-yard line. Moore with the big night as a receiver goes down. Again, penalty markers on the plate.
You know, Phillip Rivers sprinted over to his young wide receiver. And to his credit, after he was so upset, just kind of hugged him and loved him up and said, we'll get him next time.
This guy, if you've ever had a chance to be around him, so competitive. He takes a lot of the blame and did with us in the meeting. He said, you know, I can't quit turning the ball. I have to quit turning the ball over, or we're not going to break this losing skid. And it's reached 3 straight. They had hoped to snap it tonight. They still have time to do so, but it would be the first time they've lost 4 in a row since 2003.
Before the ball was punted, holding by the receiving team number 30 back at the line of scrimmage. That's a 5-yard penalty that results in an automatic first down for San Diego.
Wow, that is huge.
And that was on Jerome Boyd, who was just elevated today because of all the injuries in the defensive backfield. Jerome Boyd took off the practice squad, and a key penalty on the hold. There's the double team on Stuckey. You can see him reach around and basically tackle him. That's a good call.
But what a huge penalty against the most penalized team in football.
Yeah, here we go again, right? The implosion.
This changes possession and gives the Chargers new life.
And this doesn't show up in a turnover department, but to me, it's a turnover.
Yeah.
It's net. It's the same thing.
So first down for San Diego by penalty on one of the weirder calls you're going to see. Holding on punt return. And that 5 yards is all they needed to move the sticks to the 27-yard line. Ed Hockley and his crew still talking things over. Now they're ready to roll.
No, they're not. They said we called it right. Let's go.
I think Hugh Jackson would say, how can you have holding before the snap? If my lip reading was correct. Colbert only about a yard. If you think about Phillip Rivers, you think about all the great passes he's thrown over his career, and you think, well, here's a 4th quarter comeback attempt. He has not, quite frankly, been that good in his last 12 or 13 4th quarter comeback attempts. But he's got plenty of time to work with. 9 minutes. They got new life off that penalty. And they've got 2nd down and 9 at their own 28-yard line.
Yeah, the killer was a couple of weeks ago when they fumbled the snap against Kansas City.
Oh, boy. Was it ever. One that Phillips says he'll probably never forget. Rivers steps out, trying to get rid of it. Somehow found himself open to throw a ball deep. Jackson broken up by Boyd.
That was a great job by Phillip Rivers. Lamar Houston had him dead to rights. Cameron Wimbley was in there. But what a great job to get away and try to create something out of nothing. Down here at the bottom, the right tackle, Clary. Here comes Houston. 1, beats him. 2, Wimbley gets through, steps up. Now you got to get a little more on this throw, because watch Vincent Jackson break the route against number 30, Jerome Boyd. If the ball's thrown deeper, I think they got a chance to make a play.
Put a big crowd over there, but it's the best he could come up with after escaping the pocket and just getting the opportunity to throw. He's missed his last 5 passes. He needs this one. Throws it short across the middle, almost picked off by Rolando McClain. And now they'll have to punt again, and I'm sure the Raiders won't hold on this punt.
Yeah, and that was a very frustrating set of 3 downs there for them. Watch McLean this time, and here's the single back. If you're thinking screen, watch what happens. McLean's just going to track him all the way through, follows him from behind on the crossing route. Excellent job.
Denarius Moore, rookie from Tennessee, who's had a huge night as a receiver, back deep again. Got a couple of snafus on choosing not to field punts and fielding them when he shouldn't. Other than that, it's been a perfect night for him. This one he's going to backpedal all the way to the 12 and make a tough catch. And now bring it forward down the sideline, and a nice return that time out across the 30. The Raiders have got the football and the lead. They almost had it in the hands of Orlando McLean right there. 24-17 Raiders. Tonight's aerial coverage being presented by Southwest Airlines. Beautiful night in San Diego. Hopefully it'll be as nice for us next Thursday night in Denver. Might be a little chillier. Here's a guy that's been red hot all night. Michael Bush, 5 more yards. Again, a week from tonight, Mark Sanchez and the Jets head to Denver to take on Tim Tebow and the Broncos. At least we think it'll be Tim Tebow. Next Thursday, 8 o'clock, right here on the NFL Network. Hope you join us then.
I know one thing. If I'm John Fox, I got to find out if any of those quarterbacks on my roster are the long-term answer. You've already kind of ruled out Orton. It's Tebow's opportunity now. Brady Quinn is still there, but you got to figure that out this year.
We'll see if they haven't figured out even by next week. 2nd down and 5. Remember, the Broncos are only a game off the pace in this wacky AFC West that has 3 teams atop the standings. These 2 and Kansas City all at 4-4. That's what made this so big. Not only that, but both San Diego and Oakland are thinking, hey, you know, get a win and then almost get a bye. At least get a long weekend. Exactly. And, you can heal up a little bit. They've got the head start on this Thursday night. Now who's going to finish it in the last 7 minutes and change?
Yeah, Denver's at Kansas City just to finish that thought, Brad. Yeah. It's kind of it's an AFC West weekend.
That's right. 3rd down and 3, and the Raiders are going to take a timeout.
Timeout, Oakland. Their
they
second.
will be down 2-1. Carson Palmer heads over to talk to Hugh Jackson. 7 minutes remaining. 24-17 Raiders. Sundays after the late afternoon games, Deon and Steve will join Rich to recap all the action and give you a preview of Sunday Night Football. Game day highlights Sunday, 7:30 Eastern on the NFL Network. 3rd down and a long 3 for Carson Palmer and the Raiders, who want to keep control of the football with a touchdown advantage. Palmer over the middle. It's broken up. Dante Hughes with a nice defensive play for the Chargers, and they'll get the football back.
Tight end Brandon Myers, one of a bunch set. Really good job by the nickel. Dante Hughes jumping it. Coming back across the middle. No interference.
Only the second 3 and out, Mike, by the Raiders couldn't have come at a worse time. So Leckler will have to punt. Creighton waits on it, takes it at the 10-yard line. Made the first man miss, but not the second. Good job by Brandon Myers on the special teams to make the hit. So the Chargers deep in their own territory. They've got 2 timeouts left and 6:48 to work with right now. One win against the Raiders after trailing by 14 in the second half. They trailed by 2 touchdowns in the 3rd quarter tonight. Can Phillip Rivers pull them out of the fire? We'll find out. Starts at the 11-yard line.
Now's the time.
They're running out of possessions, that's for sure.
Great game plan, I think, by Chuck Bresnahan and this defense. Rod Woodson, the defensive corners coach, he's only had 3 corners active all night long.
Rivers steps up in the pocket and is going to go deep down the middle. Overshot Jackson, who was open.
You know, if he has time there, that's touchdown. And that's a mismatch because he's got Vincent Jackson on a slow safety in Matt Giordano. Here comes the hit. Tommy Kelly gets almost a piece of the ball there, and then the hit. Desmond Bryant This is one of their favorite routes. It's a deep crosser where you're hoping to get your 6'5" receiver on a safety. You got everything you wanted on the matchup except for time for your quarterback.
They've aimed 5 of them after number 83, and he hasn't gotten one yet. Been shot out. Gates, the tight end, sets up on the right side as Rivers drops on 2nd and 10. Deep middle. This time he's got Jackson, and he breaks through, and he's got a first down out at the 34-yard line. Finally, he finds Jackson for a 23-yard pass play.
I thought Lamar Houston right here got help. Now, watch what happens with Clary. Good move by Houston, and right now, he's holding them. However, great job by Phillip Rivers stepping up into the pocket. They're playing zone in front of Mike Mitchell. Break a tackle. Big play, Chargers.
Goodwin comes in. Jackson gets a breather after that 23-yard reception. We're down at 6 minutes. Rivers trying to engineer a comeback drive. Throws complete to Gates, and he's out of bounds. A pickup of 8 more. Make it 9. Phillip Rivers fired up now.
He ought to be. I mean, he's a man. You stay in and take hits like this. Again, watch the right tackle. Clary against Houston. Houston with the hand movement, rips through, drills him again. You got to be a man to stand in there and make this throw knowing you're going to get smacked in the face.
First down at the 42. 2nd down and a yard. The receivers all bunched in tight. Tolbert's in the shotgun with Rivers, but he's set to throw again. Maybe. Throws it away. Richard Seymour was getting some pressure on him that time.
Yeah, immediate pressure. He got through Tyrone Green.
Richard Seymour, the wily veteran. I'm going to call him that because when he came in the meeting yesterday, he said, dude, the opening night of the season, you called me the old man. And my kids said, Daddy, why did he call you an old man? So now it's a wily veteran.
He's an impressive guy.
He really is.
Well-spoken.
Plays at a high level. He plays like a guy that's only been around 2 or 3 years instead of 11.
And he plays like a guy that comes out of that New England program talking about discipline and penalties.
Hester, the fullback. Did he get the first down? I think so. Only needed a yard. They gave it to the first man, Jacob Hester, who has a touchdown reception tonight.
First down. You know, Seymour made the comment that he thinks they have a dominant defense, but 4 or 5 plays a game they're undisciplined. And what he learned from being a New England Patriot for so long were guys like Bruschi and Vrabel. They're working the film room. They're disciplined on the field. And what he's trying to say is over time, he thinks that's what this young Oakland defense can be.
1st and 10. Under 5 minutes to play. Rivers, Gates, wide open that time. Now Antonio Gates, the perennial all-pro, starting to become an integral part of the Chargers passing game as he's been for so many years.
Yeah, they're going 2 by 2. 2 receivers on either side. Get the clearing route by Goodman, and Gates just comes underneath. And again, you don't have to protect very long to throw that route. Vincent Jackson getting looked at on the sideline.
That one pass catch that kept this drive alive, and since then he's been on the sideline, and Richard Goodman's been in his stead. There's Goodman.
Goodman's a talented kid with little to no experience. One of their better special teams players, or first-year player out of Florida State.
2nd and a yard. Colbert, big opening. And he made the safety pay at the end of the run as Boyd has a collision with Tolbert, but an 11-yard pickup. And all of a sudden the crowd, 68,000 plus, coming to life.
Good job up front. Nick Hardwick, the center, is going to turn this way. Watch what happens. The double team right there. Good haul. Run that safety over.
Rivers has got it in a groove right now with 4:15 left. In Raider territory. Rivers pressured. This time it goes down. Desmond Bryant gets him, but that entire pocket collapsed. The 4th sack of the night by the Raiders.
Yeah, they brought heat there. Mike Mitchell, the safety, came untouched from the outside, which forced him back up into the middle, into the hands of Desmond Bryant. See the pressure come from the outside immediately, right here. He's got to step up. Desmond Bryant cleans it up.
That brings up 2nd down and long.
When he has time, he's been effective. Just hasn't had a whole lot of time tonight, Brad.
They had applied the pressure on Phillip Rivers. 3:40 to play, 2nd and 15. This time has time. Airs it long. Jump ball and intercepted. Giordano in the end zone. And he's going to bring it out. Giordano with an interception in the end zone. Did Jackson lose sight of that thing or what? He didn't seem to make any kind of play on the ball.
You're giving him the benefit. I'm going to say you got to go get that football. The game is on the line. It's a jump ball. Rivers is throwing it up there saying you're a great athlete and I'm going to give you an opportunity to catch this football. Now, I know it's 1-on-2. The rookie Vincent Brown came up with one earlier. Let's see whether he loses it or he gives up on it.
He lost it. I think, well, I don't know. You can tell me, but he turned around. It looked like he couldn't spot the ball at all.
I thought he got pushed a little bit by Giordano, and as soon as he did, he stopped looking for the football. You got to go after the football. I'm not, Brad, I want to see that again. I really thought that once he got a little nudge, that was it.
That might be it for the Raiders. They may not, or the Chargers, they may not get it back. Bush stops for no gain. Phillip Rivers talking to his head coach.
Timeout San Diego. That's their second.
Now here it is again.
It's a 30-second timeout.
Nobody's going to say this is a perfect ball. This is what the Chargers do, though. They throw the ball up in the air, and Vincent Jackson's 6'5". Right there, when he gets pushed, he stops.
His eyes are closed at that point, but I don't know.
I mean, we can give him the benefit and say he lost it, but I thought he got a little nudge by Giordano and stopped looking for the football.
Well, Giordano never quit looking for it with the interception in the end zone.
That's a really good play by Matt Giordano, 7th-year player out of Cal. Remember, he's in for Michael Huff, another one of the walking wounded, who they worked out before the game. Wasn't good to go.
Mike, we got one timeout left for San Diego and the 2-minute warning to stop things. Other than that, they're not going to be able to stop their 4th straight loss. If indeed the Raiders can get a couple of timeouts, or a couple of first downs rather.
Throwing the football, huh?
Wow, that stops the clock, so that helps the Chargers' cause.
Didn't expect that.
And it brings up 3rd down and 11. So maybe it's just going to be very little wasted time here before the Chargers do get the ball back.
And in today's NFL, 3 minutes and 12 seconds is an eternity.
Yep. The Raiders 3 out of 8 tonight. And if they ever needed one to try to salt away a ball game, it's right here. 3rd down and 11. Palmer steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle. It's complete. It is a first down. Got it to his tight end, Boss. He's holding on for dear life to the football. And the Chargers trying to bring him down. Can't get him until he gets out to the 49-yard line.
Thought Dante used the nickel. I thought he reached with his wrong hand there.
They needed 11 on 3rd down, and they got 24.
Now let's see what happens here with Dante Hughes in the crossing route. He's number 33. He's going to pick up the crossing Boss. The inside arm has to reach there. Did you see how he reached with the right arm?
There is no charge.
If you reach with your inside or left arm, you get more extension. Let's see how close he comes to that football. Incorrect arm. First down Raiders. That can cost you a football game. Little tiny things like that, Brad.
Pretty darn good throw with Palmer going down, too. You saw the follow-through. He hit the deck as the ball was en route to number 87. I think it's Antoine Barnes that's down back at the 20-yard line as we've got a... Yep, it is.
And Brad, you're right. Great throw. I don't want to forget that it was a great throw by Carson Palmer. Under pressure, game on the line, 3rd and 11.
And with 3 minutes to go, one timeout for the Chargers is all. And I don't blame the play selection for being 21 rushes on first down when Michael Bush is having almost a career night. Will Phillip Rivers even get to touch it again? That's the question now.
Bush has what, 28 carries, partner?
Yep. Career high in carries. It was a pretty good night by that guy, too.
Again, 20 attempts into 300. Woo.
The play
Yards
clock
per
should
attempt,
read
amazing.
35 seconds. There were 35 seconds on the play clock when the injured player stopped the clock. The game clock will start on the whistle.
So Ed Hockley talking about the game clock when it will start at the whistle. Michael Bush.
San Diego has
2:31
decided
from
to use their
scrimmage
final timeout at this point.
Bo
It's
Jackson,
their third
that's
and
good
final
company now.
timeout. It's a 30-second timeout.
He joined Bo in the yards from scrimmage. You had a pretty good night.
If it has nothing to do with an injury, that's the category of guy you want to be in the same sentence with.
Exactly.
Right?
Now, Michael Bush didn't run out of a tunnel tonight, but we really don't have a tunnel here. So, doesn't matter as much. Key plays in the ball game. There have been some big plays, actually, tonight on both sides of the football. Carson Palmer fumbling. That led to a Charger touchdown. Rivers out to Tolbert on a 4th and short. That kept the drive alive to get it out to Hester, the fullback, for the score. That's where the Chargers battled back. Palmer hit as he throws. That one was picked off. There was personal foul after that, though. Put him in a hole. And here, we really don't know what happened, to be honest with you. A long ball intended in the corner for Vincent Jackson, whether he lost it and couldn't sight the ball or whatever. Giordano with the interception. That's where the Raiders are right now, trying to use clock and salt away a ball game on the road, which would snap a 2-game losing streak for them and put them in first place in the AFC West. So San Diego's out of timeouts. 2-minute warning will stop it. And that's about the only thing that's going to stop it. Phillip Rivers would love one more opportunity, but it might take a turnover to give him that chance.
Extra tackle in the game, 3 tackles, heavy run set.
They faked the run. Palmer on the bootleg. And that, well, it ended up being a run.
How about Eric Weddle, one of the smarter players in the NFL, not fooled at all.
Saw that one coming, didn't
he? Yeah, he did. I think we got to give Oakland some credit, Brad. They're down a lot of people tonight. 3 corners on the roster.
And at the 2-minute warning on the road,
that's the 2-minute warning. They've got the lead. They'll have the lead in the AFC West if they can hold it for 2 more minutes.
Our post-game show is also sponsored by K Jewelers. We've got a full highlight of this game and who's the star of the game. They'll be coming to the set. Perhaps depends on how this 3rd and long goes, Brad.
All right, Rich doing his Darth Vader impression on a 3rd down at 12. 2 minutes left. As Rich said, this 3rd down may spell the difference in the Chargers having a chance or the Raiders getting a road win. And it's Michael Bush. And tripped up just short of the first down by Antoine Barnes. But remember, the clock is going to continue to move, and the Chargers can do nothing about it.
Really good job of kicking Antoine Barnes up the field. I like the play. Watch him kick him right up the field. Opens up the hole. You get on Niall Diggs. He comes untouched. Certainly looked like he was going to get a first down.
If they give it to number 29 one more time and he gets a first down, the lights are out.
You going to sing for us?
Nope.
No.
Only one guy could do that, and he did it very well.
Yeah, he did.
What a workhorse for Bush tonight. They should have changed the last name, taken the B off, and put an R in there. Rush instead of Bush. 157 yards on the ground. 55 in the 4th quarter.
Huge night for Michael Bush. Carson Palmer, again, had a clean game today. A couple turnovers in the second half, but when protected, really threw the football well. And Phillip Rivers, 20 for 42. Let's give that Oakland defense a ton of credit.
So the Raiders take the time to take the penalty, delay a game for Leckler to punt. Ran it all the way down to 113. Leckler got some pressure. Closest they've been to him tonight. The ball's going to go out of bounds. Where, about the 12? Let's see. Right in that vicinity, right around the 11-yard line. 1:04, no timeouts left. The last time the Chargers lost 4 straight was when they started 0-5 in 2003. And Philip Rivers has got 64 seconds and no timeouts to try to erase that graphic and send the game to overtime.
No Malcolm Floyd, no Darren Sproles, beat up front. Philip Rivers got to find a way to make something happen.
He's got Gates and Jackson, but he's had a hard time getting it to him tonight. That's Gates in motion. From the 11. Rivers fires, complete. And it is Vincent Brown, but he's inbounds. They're going to have to hustle.
And that's a veteran tackle by Lito Shepherd. He attacked the outside shoulders so that Vincent Brown couldn't get out of bounds. Right now, you'll sacrifice yards for time any day of the week.
Down to 43 ticks. Rivers fires out, same spot to Gates, and Gates did get out of bounds.
Yeah, Lito could attack any shoulder he wants there, but he's not going to stop Antonio Gates from getting out of bounds. And you know, look at him smiling. Gates working on Mike Mitchell, who's holding him a little bit, breaks away, dropped the shoulder pad.
They've got to get at least 30 more yards just to have a Hail Mary shot at the end of this game. No timeouts, 37 seconds remaining.
You might as well use the middle of the field.
Rivers pump fakes, had it hit as he's trying to let go of the football. And a rough night, finds himself on the deck again.
Tommy Kelly coming through, gets his own, actually it's his own offensive lineman chasing Kelly.
No, it's Kelly.
Right?
It's Kelly.
I think Murchowski got a piece too.
There. Ooh,
okay, you're right.
That doesn't feel good either.
No.
Not when you're that intent on following through on a deep ball down the middle. And now a couple of chances, all that's left for North Turner's Chargers.
We're reviewing the ruling on the field of incomplete pass.
They're reviewing the incomplete pass. Philip Rivers is livid out there.
In the last 2 minutes, everything comes from the booth.
It's the best he could follow through, getting whacked that hard by Tommy Kelly's big right arm. We'll be right back. Ed Hockley, after the booth review, ruling on the field, is going to stand.
The ruling on the field is confirmed. The hand was moving forward when the ball came loose. It was an incomplete pass. Third down.
Third down with 32 seconds remaining. Third down and about 6.
Now, if you're an Oakland defender, you're thinking a couple things, one of which is a gadget play. Double passes, hook and lateral, all those kinds of things. Stay back, make a sure tackle.
Rivers fires across the middle, wide open. Vincent Brown to the 50, but now they got to hustle. We're going to be down under 20 seconds, a 22-yard pickup, but I said they had to get somewhere down here even to have a Hail Mary of a chance. They got it at midfield and stops the clock with 14 seconds.
Now you got a choice here. You got a couple plays. You can try and throw some kind of 12 to 15, 18-yard square out, catch it and get out of bounds to give you a better shot at the end zone. Because right now, from 55, 60 yards away, Philip Rivers is going to just struggle to get it there.
Remember, no timeouts for the Chargers. 14 seconds left. Let's see if they try to get a quick out to Jackson down here on the near side. Something to get out of bounds and get that 10 or 12 yards that Mike was talking about. Rivers, well, there's a deep drop. You can't take a sack. He rolls it forward.
Cameron Wembley has just had a monster day. Brandon Dombrowski.
And now Rivers says, hustle up. Clock's winding down. Can they get everybody reset for one play? 2, 1. Snap is good. Rivers steps up. He's not going to get it off, and the ball is out, and the game is over. Too much pressure too often in the pocket of the Chargers, and the Raiders pick up not only a road win, but first place in the AFC West.
Another injury. Looks like another offensive lineman down on the field, I believe. But Brad, you called it 100% correctly. Way too much pressure this entire game. Wembley had a career game. Difficult night for Brandon Dombrowski. 3 different non-starting offensive linemen in this game. Steps up in the pocket. Here comes Tommy Kelly. Ball's loose.
The Raiders with a season-high 6 sacks, including the final chance with a second to go on Phillip Rivers. And the Chargers have lost 4 games in a row for the first time since 2003. Hugh Jackson, a very confident coach, now has his team in first place in the AFC West. Don't forget the Jets and the Broncos coming up next Thursday night on Thursday Night Football on the NFL Network. That's the end of this one. 24-17, the Raiders. Next week we're in Denver. Stay tuned for the Kay Jewelers post-game show. For Alex and Mike, Brad Nessler, good night.